Hey, what's up? This is Matt from EXHUMED. You're listening to Corey Gorechrist and Dr. Vincent West on the FANTASM Podcast. So turn that shit up, dude.
This is Reggie Bannister from Phantasm, and you're listening to the FANTASM Podcast with an F, with Corey and Vincent. Hot as love.
Hey, this is Chris Barnes from 6 Feet Under. You're listening to Corey Gorechrist and Dr. Vincent West on the Phantasm Podcast.
Phantasm.
Hi, this is Kenny Potter. You're listening to the Phantasm Podcast. Keep listening, or I'll kill you.
What the fuck is up, and welcome to the Phantasm Podcast. Corey Gorechrist with me, Dr. Vincent West.
Greetings, salutations, hello.
And, wow, awesome shit for you guys. We have Matt Harvey of EXHUMED on the show for you guys. Great interview. We discuss EXHUMED's new record, Death Revenge, which is out now on Relapse Records. Listen to it. It's perfect time of year for that album to come out. It dropped on Friday the 13th, which is awesome.
Yep.
Listened to it ever since. Perfect album to drop that time of year, and all through Halloween and stuff. We have a pretty good discussion with Matt about his little Halloween escapades and his movie picks around the time of year. Really is the breaks in the record, the little interludes are really tasteful and they sound great. Really adds to the story that they're trying to tell in the album, which is, it's a concept record, obviously, about old gravedigger tales from Scotland and shit, which it's a true story. I think it's really neat, and it really sets the mood and it puts you in that time period whenever they whenever you hear the record, it really puts you in that time frame, and I think it's really neat.
Yeah, it's, the pictures, the photos in the album are really cool, and they have instead of band photos, there's all those all this artwork they paid to have done
great.
and stuff.
Great.
Yeah, it's really nice. The cover art's awesome too.
The movie we have, very special, one we've been holding in the vault for a long time, and here you see Tom Savini on screen.
Your favorite actor
as the creep doctor. This is from my vault, but Doctor, what do we got for
Creepshow 2.
Welcome to Creepshow 2. Stephen King.
Hey, what is it?
And George Romero.
I've never seen nothing like that before.
Are at it again. Creepshow 2. Rated R. We'll be seeing you.
Starts tomorrow. Check local newspaper for show times.
1987. Michael Gornick, who was cinematographer for the first Creepshow, and also
I prefer this Creepshow.
Also Dawn of the Dead.
I like this Creepshow.
Huh?
I think it's good.
I always put this hat up because Tuna was eating it.
Oh, well, Tuna likes to eat my hats. So
He didn't eat it, but he had it down there chewing on it.
Well, Tuna was eating my Blackcraft hat, so that's good.
It's okay.
Thank you for saving it. Love you.
I came home and he was eating it.
Well, he was hungry, so. Awesome intro here. It turns into animated, like the comics, but it's more, I don't know, it reminds me
I like this one more
it's
than
like a Scooby-Doo. I do too. I think the first one had a kind of better storytelling. I like the stories better a little bit. This one's actually more the stories are definitely more unique this time.
I'm going to be the asshole. I think, and I love George Romero, no disrespect to him whatsoever,
No.
or Stephen King, but I prefer this. I think this is a better film.
It is. That's what I was saying. Like, I think the storytelling's a little better in the first one because I like the characters a little more. But this one is more serious. It's not as...
I saw this one. This was new, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the first one. It was new as well. But it's one of those things where it's like... I don't know. I thought this was gorier.
That's what. Yeah, it's a lot more of a serious movie than the other one. Like, the stories are a lot more complex. And, you got David Holbrook, which is awesome. And, of course, Stephen King makes an appearance in there.
Who is Stephen King in this film? Obviously, Tom Savini, for those at home that don't know,
he's the
spoiler
creep,
alert,
yeah.
he's the creep.
Yeah, which is funny.
But who is the...
Because he is kind of a creep, yeah.
But it's a creep's birthday recently, too. Howard Berger, our boy.
Howard Berger.
Awesome. Who had French's, but Howard Berger rules. Who is that, though? Do you remember his name? Because I don't remember his...
He's very quick in it. I want to say...
Because... I don't know if we should look this up or not. I have no idea where to tell people where he's at in the film because I actually don't know.
Isn't he? He's a driver, I think.
Is he?
Or he's in that one...
I don't even know what skit he's in. I don't know which... this is anthology, if you guys have never seen it.
I want to say he's in the hitchhiker scene. He's in the hitchhiker one. I think he's one of the guys that sees him get hit, like the hitchhiker.
Really?
I feel like.
I don't know. I really don't know.
It's been a little while.
You know what, if we don't... Or I tell you what, don't tell me and let's see if I can pick him out of the film.
Oh, you'll be able to tell it's him. Totally.
As much as I've seen this film, I can't believe that I don't know who
yeah,
he is.
He is.
He's
the truck driver.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's the...
It's like you said, can I use your truck driver?
Well, because I said truck driver. Can I use your truck driver? Thank you. What truck driver?
Bye.
I think that's probably the same... I don't know what scene he's in. I mean, obviously he's the meteor shit guy in the first one.
Based on stories by Stephen King. Yeah, he's the truck driver. He is a truck driver.
He's
from the hitchhiker scene.
Okay, then there you go.
He runs out after they get hit. Yeah.
Well, here's some fun facts for we have any James Bond fans at home. The chick,
she's peeping. We got Creepshow 2 on the TV, and with Mrs. Gorechrist and her friend is Peep Show 2.
Okay.
He's been taking pictures of my butt for the last 20 minutes.
Okay. But that had the...
And that makes me the creeper.
Lois, yes. But not
Tom Savini.
No, not Savini. That's bad. But you had...
Make sure you pay the fine lady. Yeah.
Exactly. You had the lady from the hitchhiker scene, Lois, she was Holly Goodhead from Moonraker.
Wow.
And you see her tits.
That's some Dr. West knowledge. Yeah.
That's
my favorite Bond film. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Never made the distinction.
That's who that is.
Old Chief Woodhead, that's a really good one.
Obviously, the scenario we're in right now, this is the one...
I always forget this is the first one.
He was in the Naked Gun movies.
Yep.
That's where I know him from as a kid.
Yeah, I always forget
this
is the first skit.
If that dude's still alive, then I'm fucking...
No. This one's actually... I don't know, it's cool, but it's not really good till the end. It's kind of just like I guess, it's not...
What, this film?
It's not like home. It's like a robbery thing for like a long time.
Oh, you mean this thing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Chief
cool.
Woodhead.
I like it.
No, it's great. It's just very intense. Like it's...
All of this is... And I...
It's built up over time, this part. It's not as quick as the other ones. This one definitely takes its time. It's a cool thing.
There's a lot of neat stuff on it, and there's a lot of cool stuff that's on that scene that's with that, too, which is awesome. But I don't think he's, like, every time that you have a different actor that's in the film, and then they'll move stuff around, and they do stuff where he's in that film.
It's right. If you can hear it, the neighbors are like actually murdering each other upstairs. So.
It actually does sound like they're killing each other.
They always are. I don't know if they
like in a slasher.
They have like Tourette's or they're like retarded. No, you're good. Like I don't know what their deal is, but it's all right. No worries.
But he was in
Phantasm headquarters is always busy.
Naked Gun 2, and I guess Naked Gun 3. He was in all those. And
such like humble characters.
I always want to call him George C. Scott. But that's not who that. That's the dude from Exorcist 3. But whatever.
Right. No, it's good stuff, and this is a great movie. Super excited having Matt Harvey on again. Just to talk about the new record. Fucking love Death Revenge. If you guys haven't heard it yet, it's out now. It's on Relapse Records. God, it's
the best Exhumed record I think they've ever done.
It's really close, man. I mean, I'm a huge Slaughter Cult guy. I love it. And gore metal, the old stuff. But this, and we talk about it on the interview with him, this is like, having Ross back really makes a big difference. And not to say that the other bass players before that haven't been great, because they have been. And they've, Exhumed's never put out a bad record. They really haven't. But this one definitely goes back to the old ways of Exhumed. It definitely brings back the more old school touch to it. And it's a lot raunchier because of it, and the story that they are telling is classic Exhumed just grave robbing, and it's just raunchy. So, definitely pick it up, or at least listen to the fucking thing. It's perfect.
It's great.
Catch them on tour. They're going to be, they're out with Black Dahlia Murder and Necrot and Decrepit Birth right now. Then they're going out with Archaic, which we'll be going to a couple of those shows. Yep. So always be on the lookout for Phantasm in your neck of the woods too, because we'll be covering that. So that'll be fun. Always good to see those guys, and we haven't seen Matt in person in a really long time. So
no,
I think the last time we saw him, at least when I did, I think you went to a different show. No, it was the same one.
Yep.
It was them and Noisem and Obituary and Carcass, and that was a really good show too. So yeah, this will be a nice, touch. Really excited. George Kennedy. That's who that guy is.
I love George Kennedy. He's done so much shit.
He actually died last year.
That's depressing.
February. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's weird to bring this up. This Creepshow 2 came around this time last year.
Yeah.
So here at Phantasm, we have to wait. Sometimes it's not,
Yeah, I just now opened it because I really wanted to watch it around Halloween. So I was like, you know what, we're going to do this on the podcast, and I was like, let's just give it to Matt Harvey. It's perfect for him. It sets the tone of Exhumed itself, and I really think that this.
See that can of veg-all that was right there?
Yeah,
I used to eat veg-all out of the can.
It's crazy.
It's gross.
But yeah, it's just cool, man. It's a great movie, and it's perfect.
Excuse me, forgive me my cough tonight.
I'm trying to remember who that guy is.
Okay, so
on this scene, like the robber guys at Curly, is that the guy? That's not him. Night of the Kick Fighters, huh? I don't know what the guy's name is. Ben Whitemoon.
Okay, we're gonna do some facts on this bitch.
Ben Whitemoon, which is Frank.
May 1st, 1987 was when this was released.
Salcedo died a year after. He died a year after my 19th birthday. A day and a year after.
Unlike the first film, Creepshow 2 only contains 3 stories instead of the original. 2 more stories, Pinfall and Cat from Hell, were set to appear in the film but were scrapped due to budgetary reasons. However, they later were filmed and put in Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. Which I did not know. That doesn't exist on Blu-ray either, Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. At least I don't think it does. Which had no involvement with Stephen King or George Romero, entitled Creepshow 3. The film was also David Lamore's last film before her death, and Dorothy Lamoore, in 1996. Anyway,
did you know the
the
voice of the creep is Joe Silver?
No shit.
It's goddamn awesome.
That is awesome.
It's from
Covers produced everything.
Damn Cronenberg fame. He did Shivers and Rabid.
Oh, I thought you said Joel Silver.
No, Joe Silver.
But Joel Silver's produced like every goddamn action movie from here to...
No, he was Murray on Rabid and Rollo on Shivers.
Alright, I'm going to jump right into this. If it's okay, we'll mix it up tonight. I'm going right into the albums of 1987.
Oh yeah, we're going...
We're going
past the movies?
No, we're going to do the movies as the highlight of this.
Okay, because it's a little bit different.
Honestly, the CDs is going to take me like 2 seconds to do. It's a bunch of crap.
Yeah, because guys, if you, we always do this every episode, whether we've done the year or not. First-time listeners or not, for those of you, it's about to happen. We always do try to take you back to the the year that the movie's out, see what other movies were out during that year, and also albums, whatever you can pick up at the record store.
Right, we're gonna start with the music.
Let's do the music first this time.
Voivod Killing Technology.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Venom Calm Before the Storm.
Awesome.
Hall of the Mountain King by Savatage, the late great Chris Oliva from Florida, one of the best guitarists ever, I think.
Fuck yeah.
Judas Priest Live. Cacophony featuring Jason Becker and Marty Friedman in their band. Speed Metal Symphony is the name of the album. Keel, self-titled from Keel. The Eyes of Horror from Possessed. Dio, Dream Evil. Sepultura, Schizophrenia.
Eyes of Horror earlier today.
Pentagram, Day of Reckoning. Wasp, Live in the Raw. Necrodeath, Into the Macabre. Dawkins, Back for the Attack.
Fuck yeah.
Rest in Peace Corner, their debut. The 598 EP, Garage Days from Metallica, which is probably the last cool thing of theirs I ever bought. Pleasures of the Flesh, my favorite Exodus record.
Awesome.
Crazy Nights from Kiss, one of my favorite Kiss records, so I saw that too.
Sure.
Raise Your Fist and Yell from Alice Cooper. Udo's Animal House, Permanent Vacation from Aerosmith. Manowar Fighting the World, Def Leppard Hysteria. Are You There? Album last time I saw them in concert. Steve Hare. Clark was still alive. Overkill Taking Over. Testament the Legacy. Bathory Under the Sign of the Black. Death, Scream, Bloody Gore. Nightfall from Candlemass. Into the Pandemonium from Celtic Frost.
Fuck yeah.
Sanctuary, Refuge Denied. And my favorite album from 1987, Abigail from King Diamond.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's got to be my
two honorable mentions, though. Even though this isn't metal. Whitesnake, which had Here I Go Again on it, which I love that record. It's the last album that John Sykes recorded guitar on from any of his amazing things that he ever did. And then Laws Rocket, Know Your Enemy, an underrated Bay Area band. And Black Sabbath, The Eternal Idol, another honorable mention. The first album to feature one of my favorite Priest vocalists, Sabbath vocalists that everybody seems to hate, and which is Tony Martin, who I love.
He's great.
Yeah,
I really do think he's great.
And that's it.
And the music on those records are fantastic. Movies, this really ties everything together. Just what we earlier, we're going to do a little segment later where we discussed a few things before we started recording this. That we'll get into, but it's kind of cool how it plays into this actual year and the movies itself. But I'll get to all that. But 87 was a fantastic year for film. But yeah, a lot of this ties into everything. The Doctor will see what I'm talking about.
Can you name my favorite comedy from 1987? I'm
going to try to do that.
Starring
first.
one of your favorite actors.
I'm going to get to it first. Raising Arizona.
Nope.
Not that one?
Nope.
Well, we'll start out with movies from 1987.
One of your favorite actors. Nicolas Cage is one of your favorite actors. So this is one of your favorite
actors. I like him.
Yeah, but this guy's one of your favorite all-time actors is in this film.
Okay.
He's one of the stars. There's 2 stars in it.
Okay.
It's a remake of an old television show. And it's hands down my favorite comedy from 87.
Oh, no.
I can tell you.
I'm trying to look on here. Basically, first we save the horror for last. We'll do everything else first.
Yep. That's what we do.
See, I honestly don't know which one.
Dragnet.
Oh, Dragnet. Dan Aykroyd.
Tom Hanks.
Yep.
When Tom Hanks was still a comedic actor, which I wish he had stayed because...
Yeah, well, he makes more money.
I know, I get it, but he was so funny.
All right, here we go. Let's do the official breakdown. Revenge of the Nerds 2.
Love it.
Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
Love it, even though most people hate it.
Batteries Not Included.
Can't deal with it.
Love it. Harry and Henderson's, which I believe is one of my first horror movies I ever watched because that movie scared the fuck out of me because that Bigfoot I couldn't deal with.
It's a weird movie.
It is weird. I'll save that one. One of my favorites, Living Daylights, Timothy Dalton.
His first.
Yep.
Great movie.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Love it.
You got Raising Arizona, as I said. Good Morning Vietnam.
Did you ever notice when you were talking so much I started reading the Vomit Bag? Yeah.
Spaceballs.
Love it.
It's classic. Wall Street. I fucking love Michael Douglas. I think he's the shit.
My favorite part of that movie is Daryl Hannah in a garter belt and stockings. Thank you, Bernat. I'll also love Charlie Sheen.
Yep. Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Love it.
The Running Man.
My favorite.
Oh, it's nasty.
Schwarzenegger film.
It's nasty.
That's my favorite Schwarzenegger film.
Another Michael Douglas gem, Fatal Attraction. It's also a good wacky film.
That's a good movie.
That's a good whack-off film. Dirty Dancing. It's classic.
I like that.
Whether you like it or not, it's good. Yeah. Princess Bride. You got Lethal Weapon.
Princess Bride I could never get into. Lethal Weapon I love.
Yeah. One of my all-time favorite movies. I can quote it more than a lot of movies. I can quote Full Metal Jacket.
Great movie. Did you know that movie? I want to tell a fun fact for everybody out there, real quick about that film. Anthony Michael Hall, who I had the pleasure of meeting when you met him, several years ago. He told me he was actually supposed to star in that film.
That's crazy.
Kubrick wanted him in the film, and the studio forced him to use the guy that they did, which I don't like.
For
that
Joker
guy.
or whatever?
No, the main guy that's in that film.
Yeah, the guy that plays Joker.
Yes, correct.
It's
I can't think of his
Matthew
name.
Modine.
No.
Yeah, that's Joker.
No, he was supposed to be the Pyle. He was supposed to be...
Oh, Vincent D'Onofrio character. Really? He was supposed to be Gomer Pyle?
He was supposed to be him.
It's weird because Gomer Pyle's like fat.
I don't know.
I thought you
They make
were
fun
a
of him.
follower.
What?
The guy Morgan's on the phone with when she passed through was like saying that you guys were talking about interesting shit, and so I pulled up your podcast and showed him on the FaceTime, and he's like hella impressed, and so he's following you guys
Awesome.
on everything now.
Cool.
Super impressed. He's
Well, hey, if you didn't think Phantasm can get fans through cooter shots, then you're wrong.
It wasn't cooter shot. She was walking through the living room on the phone.
Well, she was cooter shooting him.
Maybe. I think. I don't know.
It's okay.
That's fine. We can get fans any way we want. Guys, if cooter shots are what gets you into this podcast,
Well, no,
hopefully it gets you into the cooter too, but
He
you
knew
know,
what you were
we're trying to help.
Hey, it's
He knew
fun.
what you were talking about.
Oh, okay. Well,
We're here to help.
He's super pumped.
Awesome. We're
That's-
pumped.
that's
We're pumped
amazing.
for him. Thank you, whoever
thank
he
you. That's
was.
cool.
Your friend, sincerely, Corey
Not my
Gorechrist.
friend,
We'll take it wherever we can get it.
Anyway, Gomer Pyle's fat. I don't know how that.
I don't know. That's what he said. That's what he said. I thought that was really cool.
But Matthew
Because I
Modine.
guess he liked him as an actor.
Fun fact about this to all you Stranger Things fans. Matthew Modine, that is
He's a goddamn superhero.
that is Joker in Full Metal Jacket. That is Papa, which is insane because he's old as fuck now.
He is old as fuck.
Yeah, I didn't know that was Matthew Modine, even though it says it in the intro, but I didn't click, like, that's Joker from Full Metal Jacket. Anyway, yeah, Lethal Weapon's the shit. And then I'll go with my last one for normal film. Then we'll jump into horror. Well, no, we got two more. RoboCop, one of my all-time favorite movies. Love it. And then this trumps everything for me. My favorite movie from 1987, Predator.
Okay.
Nasty.
Can you name, before we start this list, can you name my favorite horror film from 1987?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
And we're going to start it. This is the first movie. If I know the Doctor well enough, this is definitely it.
I don't know.
This is definitely it.
I have maybe thrown you through a loop here because this was my favorite.
This
film.
has to be your favorite one from 1987.
Okay.
Monster Squad.
I don't consider that a horror film.
Ooh, you guys should guess what my favorite.
I mean, like a
film is.
bloody horror film.
Bloody horror film.
Yes.
There's so many of them from 87.
I mean, Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Probably
Lost Boys.
Probably
right.
Evil Dead 2.
Okay. Well, you didn't specify. Usually, though.
What do you think my favorite horror movie is?
Ever?
Or from 87.
Well, you guys know ever, which one is ever. But what's the the top two? What am I talking?
For you,
Just see
I'm
if
not.
you
I
can
have no.
guess.
I actually don't.
are they modern or are they
Yes.
80s?
Are they old films?
Yeah.
For you, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Well, yeah, that's like my favorite.
Yeah.
That movie's that's one of my jams. I love
See
that.
if you can.
2 would be...
You like
See,
it?
Scott, let Scott guess it.
Okay.
Because you know me better than Scott.
I was going to say The Shining, but I don't know. No.
I wouldn't consider that a horror film. Like it is, but not.
Leslie liked it.
Yeah, she'd never seen it
That's.
before.
I know that's insane.
That was the first
That's
one.
crazy. Okay.
There's more than one of it, but I like the first one.
See, I think I know what it is.
You know what it is.
I think.
You do.
Is it from 87?
I don't know.
Probably Friday the 13th. Number on Elm Street.
Hellraiser.
No.
It wasn't Hellraiser?
Nah.
I have no idea.
1987 Hellraiser, that's one of them.
Pumpkinhead.
Oh, Pumpkinhead.
Really
Oh,
interesting.
just the first
The
one.
makeup in that is
Just the
amazing.
first one, not the.
No, it's a good movie.
The rest of the
It's a
four.
good
that's
film.
Stan Winston.
That's a Stan Winston film.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
bye.
great. Mrs. Gorechrist, everybody.
Pumpkinhead fan.
Pumpkinhead. Hellraiser 1987.
Yeah,
Obviously, Evil Dead 2.
That movie doesn't get enough credit.
It's raunchy.
It is.
It's scary,
It's
too.
and I'm Clive Barker. So
It's one of the only
underrated.
movies that still unhinges me a little
He's so underrated. Have you ever watched it stoned?
Yes, I made the mistake of doing that. a couple
It's
times.
weird, isn't it?
It is.
It's like watching The Exorcist. It's the sacrilege with the other shit that's going on.
It's insane. You know, they make, what's her name, like, actually surprisingly hot, and I don't know why. I guess because she's like a whore. The wife or whatever, I can't remember her name.
Wait a minute. Now hold on a second. We're going into the West ski mask territory for a minute.
She's in the.
You're talking about where he walks in and tears her fucking lingerie off and Frank
Claire
fucks
Higgins.
her,
Claire Higgins.
and he fucks her or whatever.
You know, she's like pretty gross, but I mean, in that movie,
I've whacked it to that. As a kid, I did.
That's what I'm saying.
That's touching her boobs. Kitty, I just put food everywhere.
I really did. But
Just touching boobs.
I don't have a problem with that. It's not a big deal.
No, right.
I'm cool with doing that.
In that movie,
it
it's
doesn't
great.
bother me because my attitude on it is it's like, well, I'm going to do whatever I want with that.
Let's see. 1987 horror movies. Creepazoids. You have Curse. You have Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, which is just so campy and bad that it's funny. Which, if you want a good laugh, you can go to Sean Clark's Facebook, and it's a picture with him and Brian Wilson, who's the original Billy from
I'm going to see that right now.
Silent Night, Deadly Night, and then he's got the one from Part 2 that says Garbage Day. That one, he's got it with both of them in the Santa outfits. It's hysterical. Moving on, we got Enigma. That's Lucio Fulci. It's a spider movie. It's really gross.
I have seen that movie.
Howling 3.
That's a terrible film.
It is. Slumber Party Massacre 2.
I can't deal with those movies.
Rock and Roll Nightmare. The Video Dead.
Video Dead is a fucked up movie.
It is. One of my all-time favorites, Dolls, which is John Carl Buechler. We did Defeated Sanity.
No, that's not Buechler.
It is Buechler.
No, that's what's his name. That's Reanimator.
That's Stuart Gordon.
That's Reanimator.
John Carl Buechler did the stuff for it, though.
He did the makeup.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a Stuart Gordon movie. Totally. One of the Doctor's favorites, Prince of Darkness.
What is up with these people adding me that I'm not sending friend requests to?
Which we reviewed Prince of Darkness on the Millie of Creator episode. So
what the fuck? I didn't send these people fucking friend requests.
House 2, The Second Story, which has Lar Park Lincoln.
I didn't send friend requests to you, and somehow... Who's running my Facebook page is what I want to know.
Me.
Somebody is, because it's not me accepting these goddamn people.
Anyway, Blood Diner. Got Street Trash, which I would love to do. Return to Horror High.
I never did that.
Jaws the Revenge.
I like that movie. It's a Christmas movie.
It is.
Yeah, because he dies. Mikey dies in the Bay as a police officer there in Amity. The Part 4 is.
It's set in Christmas.
Yeah, it's set at Christmas time. You should watch it. I swear it's actually really cool. And like typical.
I think it's the only one
they go vacation.
I think that's the only one that I don't own. I have the
and it has Lance Guest in it from fucking Last Starfighter,
right?
And Halloween 2.
We've got a few more here. I don't know if I said Blood Diner, but Blood Diner. One of my favorites, Near Dark.
Near Dark is a very underrated film.
Bad Taste, which is Peter Jackson. It's more of like a gory alien movie, but it's great. It's really ridiculous. Getting down to the wire here. Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. One of my childhood favorites, The Gate.
That?
Yes, that's fucking hysterical. Yeah, The Gate. And then...
That's the guy that I want to meet.
Yeah, that's the OG.
That other guy's a fucking jack-off.
Yeah. And then...
That's amazing.
What has to be my favorite horror film from 87... Blood Rage. And there's Robert Russler.
I love Robert Russler. Robert Russler is my favorite.
Do you agree? Is that a good one?
Person in the world.
Blood Rage, 1987. It's raunchy, if you guys haven't seen it. That was our Maddie Way episode.
Blood Rage.
It's got a great synth soundtrack. It's goofy. It's very nasty, though. It really is. It's a
great film, too.
It is. It's just a good movie. It's one of the better slashers. Speaking of slasher, here's the... We've been talking so long, we're getting to the good part of the Chief Woodenhead.
It's fine. This is kind of a slow...
Well, I don't like watching when these guys are tearing up that dude's fucking shop. I think it's fucked up. And then they steal the jewels or whatever. The necklace.
It's weird.
And then Woodenhead comes out and he starts fucking bow and arrowing them in their sleep and shit. It's fucking raunchy.
Can I just say something real quick? I have the best fans on the planet. There are 5,000 of you. Probably, roughly, you take out the people that I actually know, there's 4,500 of you. It's crazy.
It's a lot of people.
I mean, I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's ridiculous. Thank you, every supporter that I have on this planet. Thank you. And of course, I'm managed by this.
Montana management.
Miami, Florida.
Here's some tidbits for you guys. Actor David Holbrook appears in the segment Old Chief Woodenhead, which we saw. His father, Hal Holbrook, starred in the original feature film Creepshow, the Crate episode. It says, although the film consists of only 3 short horror stories and a wraparound animation story, there were, just like the original, only 5 stories written. You already talked about that. An early, currently in production trailer reuses the theme music from Halloween 2 by John Carpenter and Al Holworth. Interesting. Stephen King wrote an outline for the movie, which George A. Romero then adapted into a screenplay. The second of the 3 segments, The Raft, is based on King's short story of the same name from 1982. The other 2 segments are original stories from the movie. Barbara Eden was originally cast as the hit-and-run driver Annie Lansing during Creepshow 2's last story, The Hitchhiker, but had to drop out prior to filming due to her mother falling ill. Lois Chiles was later recast in the role. When Andy Kavanaugh, one of the 3 young punks in the first story...
Miller High Life tastes like shit.
It does. Is checking out the comic book and magazine rack at Spruce's General Store. Several issues of Creepshow can be seen with the same cover as the graphic novel adaptation.
Iron Maiden poster, did you see it?
Yep. Can always spot the metal.
Porno's little man.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah, and he's got the forehead. That's me right there.
Howard Berger.
Yeah. It looks like Price, but it wasn't. In the segment...
If you like... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
In the segment Old Chief Woodenhead, after Flat Stuff gets shot with the first arrow, like we just saw, it says the close-up poster shown right afterwards from Iron Maiden's The Trooper. So boom.
Can I turn that fan off? I'm freezing.
Yeah, go for it. The Cisco Kid episode everyone is watching in the first segment, Old Chief Woodenhead, was titled Convict Story. Makeup artist Ed French was originally supposed to play the creep, but when he left the project, Tom Savini stepped in to play a small prosthetic-laden role.
I like Tom Savini as the creep. I think it's cool.
And by the time they began shooting, they were already 10 days behind due to unexpected rain in their Arizona locations.
Whole thing was shot in Arizona? Really? Even the...
I think so. Ed French left the film amid the filming...
Thanks for the ride, lady.
amid the raft after being snubbed by the director, who turned to Howard Berger for advice on how to fix Blob Monster in the lake. Berger and Greg Nicotero finished the remaining effects in the film without French.
I did not know that.
So you got some Greg Nicotero in there.
He's a very rich man. Ever heard of Walking Dead?
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought Chief Woodenhead is campy and cool. He's not...
No, it's awesome.
He's not scary. He's just campy and cool.
Yeah, it's almost like you could have done this on Goosebumps and it would have been great, but it wouldn't be bloody.
Yeah, it's bloody Goosebumps. That's a great description of what.
Yeah, and it's cool because they don't actually show him.
Is Goosebumps still on Netflix?
Should be.
Guys, I'll tell you what. You want a retro blast from your past? Spark up that doobie and grab you some gin and start watching Goosebumps.
I used to own all those VHS tapes. And had all the books, too. But I used to rent the books from the library, the ones I didn't already buy. Because when they had the book fair, that's when I'd stock up on all the Goosebumps.
I mean, I realize I'm probably too old for that shit, but I loved it.
No, man, it's horror. This also reminds me of, because they used to do that stuff for kids, and they had, see, that's the first time you actually see Chief Woodenhead, about to fuck some shit up. Because I like how they do the silhouettes of him and the shadows of him while he's killing people.
I love this because he scalps him.
Yeah,
cuts
it's
his
nasty.
mop off.
Yeah, and he's holding it.
Yeah, it's fucking brutal.
But I loved Are You Afraid of the Dark growing up. It reminded me of these kind of things. Like, it was a kids' horror anthology, and they did plays on horror movies like they did pretty much like a Fog episode, which was really awesome. It was like Ghost Fisherman or whatever.
Can we turn subtitles on for this?
There is subtitles. See?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Blood-curdling yell.
I sit and fuss at you. Can we do audio for The Raft?
Oh, of course. That's got some funny-ass jokes in it.
That girl is so fucking hot, too. Yeah.
Even though that's a really weird one, if you really think about it, the Raft one is really strange.
It's my favorite.
Because it's just like killer goop. It's cool.
My favorite, though.
It's awesome. It's the raunchiest of all of them. Yeah. That's the raunchiest of all of them, because it's just...
I always thought that would just be the best.
Flesh-eating.
It hurt. It's like, I don't know.
There's Chief Woodenhead with the
But yeah, I
like
don't know.
how
I don't see why people don't like that. The stories are longer,
That's awesome.
and they're better.
Yeah.
I just
took my
like
time
this.
with it, you know.
This is a late night Cinemax, friends over on the weekend, or VHS rental. I was a huge fan of this film.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just really like it, man.
No,
I mean,
it's
the
good.
first film has no replay value to me, whereas I think this one does. I love the first film, and we gave it to somebody.
To Peter from Vader. Which I think the first Creepshow is more nostalgic. Like, it's more memorable in a lot of ways. Like, you remember the "Where's My Cake" thing, and you remember the wife getting buried or whatever.
This one's a little hipper, I think.
This one,
it's a better film.
This one has balls compared to the first one. I think the first one is, you know, it's like, oh, it's Creepshow, it's like meteor shit, and the other one's more. The first one sticks in your brain more. It's more memorable. But this one's like a gem. You know what I mean? Creepshow 2 is a total diamond in the rough, where it's like most people are like, Creepshow, but they're not so much into Creepshow 2. Creepshow 2 to me is like the more serious movie, you know?
It's because it's the shit.
Yeah, it's just cooler, I think. It's got more of a... And I love this stuff, like the added and the animated stuff.
It's beautiful. It looks like fucking heavy metal.
Yeah, it does. It kind of looks like Beavis and Butthead a little bit, but...
I used to love going to the post office and ordering stuff.
Or it looks like the Sword in the Stone or whatever.
Yeah.
Crazy. Oh, I forgot about a movie from '87, and this ties in
Lost
everything.
Boys.
No, I said Lost Boys. It's not even a horror movie, but it's from '87.
Monster Squad.
And we talked about it with Matt, and we're going to do this movie with Matt.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler alert. From 1987, the next Matt Harvey episode you guys will be hearing after this one.
Should I just play the trailer?
Yeah, do it. Didn't even think of that. It's from 1987. It's not a horror film.
Have you pulled this yet so where we can watch it?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I got the Blu-ray rip, baby.
I mean, I own it.
Because my laptop that we do our stuff on doesn't have a disc drive, so if we're going to watch movies on the go, which we've done with a few of our guests, then I need to rip it offline. So I do own the movies usually when I rip them. I just need a MP4 copy for my laptop. So here we go.
At the far end of the universe, there is a planet ruled by a being of utter evil.
That's all about it, too.
And there is only one man who dares challenge him. They are locked in a battle to the death. A battle that will take them across the heavens. A battle that will finally be fought. I want that what you done it brought to me. Across the face. Police! Nobody move! Of Earth.
I think I'm gonna need some backup.
Can you show us the way?
Of course.
Lundgren as He-Man, Frank Langella as Skeletor. Only they have the powers to be masters of the universe. Live the adventure.
Yeah, we are ecstatic.
That was an epic trailer, too.
We are ecstatic. For those of you who don't know who Frank Langella is, he was Dracula in that Donald Pleasance Dracula movie.
Universal reboot from 79.
It's fucking awesome.
Is that right? 79?
Yeah, 79.
They were trying to cash in on the end of the Hammer stuff. They were trying to bring that back then. Great movie. Who is this? Because it sure looks like...
And John Badham that directed it, he did Saturday Night Fever and Short Circuit, which is awesome. And he did Blue Thunder, which is fucking Daniel Stern and Malcolm McDowell, which I love.
Who is that? Is that...
Huge Daniel Stern guy.
She's a scream queen. Who is that? Is it Linnea?
No.
That's a scream queen, though.
Let me see. Yeah, but we are doing He-Man Masters of the Universe 1987, starring Dolph Lundgren with Matt Harvey.
I think that girl's so hot.
It's going to be so much fun, so I know Matt's looking forward to it. We're looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to it.
She's wearing a fucking bathing suit with his,
his jock, shirt on.
But then she's got her fucking heels on, too.
That is Paige Hanna. Is that who that is?
It Hurts.
She's in Gremlins, too.
She's so fucking hot. When I was a kid, I used to go... give it the stroke.
I don't know what else she was in. I know she was in the in Gremlins 2. She was like a tour guide. I don't know what else she was in. She's from Chicago. Let's see.
I love it. He calls that dude Poncho the whole time.
Yeah, he's a fucking rump.
Oh, that guy's the best part of it, I think.
That guy's from Nashville, Tennessee.
That jock dude?
Yeah.
I love him.
If that is Paul Satterfield, which I'm pretty sure it is. Or that's...
that girl's kill, the other girl, the redheaded chick, the one on the left, her kill is the worst because her fucking hair comes out.
Yeah.
Which, any effect where it does that always freaked me out.
Or is that Daniel Beer?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
That's the... No, Daniel Beer's the guy with the curly hair. Not the jock guy, the other
The jock guy's the best part of this thing.
Daniel Beer was...
Let's go, Poncho.
He was Babbitt in Point Break.
What?
Yeah. Daniel Beer.
He was who?
Babbitt in Point Break. That's what it says.
You gotta be kidding me. Pull that up.
That's
For
him.
real. Which one? Him?
Yeah. It's dude from Point Break.
God damn it is.
And he's from upstate New York. Yeah.
Does it...
And then, Paul Satterfield hasn't been in... He's in General Hospital. Arena, that's actually a good one.
Wait, that guy right there is who?
Babbitt from Point Break. Right there. Daniel Beer.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Okay, for everybody listening out there, if you've never seen the original Point Break with Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves, it's one of the best films I've ever seen.
It's classic.
And they ruined it with that remake. And I tried, man. I went and watched the remake, and I tried to get into it just because it was like a retrofit back to me.
Have you seen that Arena movie that this guy's in? Paul Satterfield?
No.
It looks ridiculous. Look at the poster for it. I feel like I've seen this before. I want to watch it.
No, it's awesome.
Oh, it's awesome.
That's the jock dude.
Yep, and that's from '89, Arena. I'm sure a lot of you guys listening have seen it. You're like, why haven't you guys seen it? Here comes the fucking goop. It says, tonight, champion grudge match, man versus monster. For 1,000 years, no human has been the champion. He wants to be the first, and it's Paul Satterfield here.
If you look at him, even though he has blonde hair, he kind of looks like Christopher Reeves.
He does a little bit. That's Deke. The jock guy here. I wish my load
was this shot in Arizona too? This scene?
I'm not sure. Let me see.
We need some on location stuff with this. Unfortunately, Corey and I don't know a lot of people in Hollywood yet. We know some people. Proud to say I have Kane Hodder in my phone. But yeah, Corey has.
We've made our rounds,
Corey has several actors in his phone, but.
Let's see, filming locations. I can never find this shit on the go. It's always like packed in there somewhere.
That girl is hot, and I love it. They just sit there and smoke weed.
Okay, the lake used in the raft appears to have been Granite Baskin Lake in Prescott, Arizona. Bangor, Brewer, and Dexter in Maine were used, as was some part of Utah. Which is perfect for this. I mean, it's great. Which says The Haunted Room Presents, and they go to the film locations, the 30th anniversary, so that's cool.
On this Blu-ray?
No, it's on something on YouTube. They go to the old Chief Woodenhead place, and they go to
where
the raft is.
Some dude's doing like what Sean Clark does?
I guess, yeah.
Give them some love. Who the hell are they?
Let's see. It says The Haunted Room. I'm going to pull it up and see what it does. Cool. Spruce's General Store. Okay, they show it in 1987. Wow, that's awesome. That's it now. Old cheap wooden head store.
Whoever you are, we're giving love to your YouTube channel right now.
It's The Haunted Room is what it says. Always love it when people do this stuff. It's like an antique place now. That's pretty cool. Area still looks virtually the same though. Yeah, it's like an antique store. It's cool. It's pretty neat. Showing the little gas station. It's just a fucking valley now. Huh. I guess they tore it down. Rich Boy Kavanaugh's house. It's pretty awesome. Wow, they went through all that stuff. This house is still there. Here's the lake. There's the lake.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And obviously that's not going to change much, but that's the lake from the fucking
raft. It's still
raft.
amazing.
Okay.
It looks the same.
It's exactly the same. Should go there and have some fucking brewskis.
And marijuana G's and some poon.
Oh, there it goes. Let's get some audio on this ranch here.
He's hot too. Look at him huffing that joint.
I would be too if I knew I was going to fucking croak.
It hurts. It is. It's nasty. It hurts. I love that. He's tossed.
Hey, Rachel, interrupt, man. Fucking interrupt. What is this thing, Poncho? I don't know. Come on, man. You read all the science books, and you're the Bravo. What the fuck is that thing?
Nothing like this.
And the wonderful soundtrack is from Rick Wakeman.
From Yes.
Yep. To do the soundtrack to this.
Ridiculous.
It's amazing is what it is.
Poncho, you think we can swim?
He also worked with David Bowie and Elton John. I mean, he's made his rounds in the music industry.
Why don't you try it, Pete?
And he's in the Hall of Fame with Yes. So
We'll wait for it to go away. I mean, the thing came, it'll go away.
he joined Yes in 1970.
Like it smelled us. Maybe if it's full, like you say, it'll go away. But if it still wants chow.
That car would be fucking. That battery would be fucking dead too at this point. And you gotta love the end of this because he's like, "I beat you, I beat," and it does the
flop.
It's like it's the wave of goo.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going under the raft, man.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Front Rags made a raft T-shirt.
Yep, it's coming out this month.
Well, no, it's already.
They put it out Wednesday.
They're reissuing it.
Oh. That new one looks bitchin'. Have you seen it?
No.
That Creepshow shirt?
They have a Creepshow shirt?
Yes.
Is it out?
I think it comes out Wednesday.
I'm buying that.
Oh, they got a whole line of them. They got a raft one. They got. It's from the first movie.
Doesn't matter. It's still pretty. Definitely.
It's from the first film. Though.
Dude, look, he's getting fucking.
Yeah, he's getting the beef.
Look at what happens to his leg. It rips him his beef off. Look. It folds him in half.
Yeah, it's sick. See, sometimes Fright Rags post stuff on their Instagram that they don't post on their Facebook. Sometimes they post shit on their Facebook they don't post on Instagram. So it's always
I'm gonna
interesting.
text you something that I don't want audio.
They keep us interesting. Let's see. Oh, you're gonna shit.
Now listen, I'm gonna put you down. I can't get you if you stand up.
There's 2 of them on here that I want. Okay. See which ones you think are the ones that I want. Okay. Doctor. I said, pick out the 2 ones that you know that I would buy on here.
Okay, I'm doing it right now.
There they are, from Fright Rags. And they come out Wednesday. There you go. Take a peek. It's from the first one.
I'm going to pull it up on my phone. I can't see them. Hold on a second.
You can zoom into them. It's on their Facebook. Yeah, Wednesday, November 8th at 10 a.m.
I'm tired, Laverne. Everybody sit down.
We're split up between 8
You're going to watch
artists. Justin Osborne. You can pick out which one's
Got
his,
you,
obviously.
You'll watch. Then
They
I'll
also have a
watch.
Midnight Madness thing that I'm sure is over by now, but it's an Alien versus Predator, and there's an Alien and a Predator one, so that one's pretty cool. Got 2 different things.
Dude, I'm listening to these people attacking metal people. I want to read this to you.
What is it?
I'm going to read this out loud.
This is what you didn't want to say out loud originally?
No, that's something totally different.
Oh, okay.
And it's not bad. It's just something me just being curious about.
Oh, okay.
This girl that I'm friends with on Facebook says, I think I'm low key getting sick of metalhead guys.
Yes.
Huh?
I'm cold.
And then this girl says, wait until you're 30, it gets worse. And then this guy says, hashtag metalheads suck. And then
what is this from?
Some girl I'm friends with, on which I'm about to delete. I'm going to read this to you guys. It says, if you're thinking your experience was shitty with metalhead guys, and possibly one random non-metalhead guy experience being good, means metalheads are shit.
That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make sense at all.
And then listen to this. This one guy says, metal people are toxic in general. And then this bitch says the metal community is a toxic waste. I mean, they're about to catch hell from me. I'm about to tell them all to fucking eat a fat dick and stick their head in a goddamn vice and I'll squish it. I mean, you don't need to. Nobody needs to listen to anybody. If you have a bad experience with someone that's one type of society or nothing, that you can't judge everybody that's involved in that faction on one bad seed. I know there's bad people in the metal community. I'm scared. Yeah, I'm scared of people in the metal community, but it doesn't mean we're all bad. And honestly, we're not all toxic. We're not all bad. I mean, I'm batshit crazy, but I'm cool with
like that.
People like me anyway.
People like that don't go to metal shows or don't know.
No, they're teeny weeny people. It's the same
no, they
thing.
listen. They know people that listen to it and they think they're weird. So
exactly.
They don't know anything about them.
Exactly.
That's why we're who we are. It's fine.
Well, this wasn't a shot at us, but just a clarification. It's me nosing on somebody's page. I was creeping on somebody's page just now.
Mrs. Gore Christ
but I'm
is
friends with it.
Downing some sweet tea.
No.
For the first time, I bought.
I was explaining to you that I wasn't having a meltdown or something here.
It's not a. Which has been a long time since you've been in. Doctor's been. Let's all take the mood down a notch and look at raw sewage.
I didn't flip out.
Raw sewage.
I flipped out?
No.
Okay.
Raw sewage of Exhumed. This one's for you. It's a picture of him on the Nickelodeon Universe ride in the Mall of America. Look at this picture.
Jesus Christ.
Ross is one of our heroes. He's funny. Which we will, the doctor will be visiting Ross. We'll do
on December
Doctor versus Doctor episode, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Doctor versus Doctor. We're calling it. Did you hear?
Ross hasn't been on till he was our second guest ever, so that was really cool.
Doctor versus Doctor.
Yeah, it's going to be neat.
The Doctor versus me, just a regular doctor.
Yeah, it's just cool.
The Doctor versus me.
Oh, and
the regular Doctor.
I thought this was kind of funny. He's like, this would be me on the raft. Girl passed out. He's just like, I want to see what her boobs look like. And he's like, I just want to see what her little boobs look like.
I don't mind small boobs. It doesn't bother me. If the girl's cool, you know. Like, I don't really have
You know, it'd be weird, though, if they were small and you pulled it up and there's no nipples either. You'd just be like, ah!
Do a Mr. Skinless for this.
Yeah, where are we at? And, 53 minutes and 29 seconds.
Just rewind it. It's fine. I want to look at it again.
I don't know what just happened. Okay. Yeah, 53 minutes, 31 seconds. Mr. Skinless is in, and it's Creepshow 2. There you go.
But I wouldn't be worried about that. I'd be taking her drawers off.
It's also like sexual assault. It's like not cool at all.
Well, what's messed up? She's going to lift his face in a minute, and she's.
I know.
I mean, if you're going to die on a raft, you might as well, I guess. If you're like going to die,
he was just sitting here saying he would totally be doing that. Did you miss all that?
No, but I.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I can't say I'm surprised.
I wouldn't sexually assault them. I would look at the boobs and put them away. It's like, I just want to see what they look like. Oh, and speaking of that, tomorrow, ESPN 30 for 30, the moment we've all been waiting for, the ESPN 30 for 30 of the Nature Boy. Woo!
That is awesome.
That's tomorrow, yeah. Everyone's been waiting on that.
Look.
Tomorrow. And while we're talking about...
I mean, she's...
Ugh. I mean, she's getting the straight up black tar.
Look at that.
That's for you, Matt Harvey, that image right there. That's some EXHUMED shit right there. Some face-melting gore. You're welcome.
Blood-curdling scream.
Yeah.
She got folded in half. Go, moron.
Yeah, she got turned into a fucking recliner. Oof.
That looks like an EXHUMED cover.
Anyway, while we were talking about boobs, Jay Garania of Blabbermouth, he posted something that said, describe your boobs only using a picture of them. So I should have taken a picture just now of the Creepshow 2 boobs. This is actually really funny. It looks like a used condom in some parts. It's really gross. I'll wait till this guy gets fucking... I beat you. Look at this. Here we go. I beat you.
I beat you.
Just turns into the fucking slime from Ghostbusters 2. This says 36 ways to say no to weed and still be cool. I'm not going to read all of them. Nope, smell you later. No, grow up, you addict. No, thank you, I have a job. I'll say it slowly for you. No. Not now, not ever. Scamper off, you junkie.
I texted you.
No, I'm not a pot zombie. No thanks, dopeheads suck. I obey the law, sorry. No, I'm allergic to hate.
No swimming.
I never smoke, sorry, bub. Get a life, you ganja gremlin.
What are you reading?
It says 36 ways to say no to weed and still be cool. I said no, dude, bugger off.
Did you read my text?
Yeah.
Is that a yes or no?
I never smoke. Sorry, bub. You think I'm an idiot. Weed is whack, Wesley. Absolutely not, weed fiend. Oh, some of them are pretty cool. I don't think so. Well, maybe.
No, it's cool. I was just curious.
Oh, look at what I did. I'm sorry. Uh-oh.
better look out. He's getting mad. Watch out. He might cry on you. He might tell his mom on you.
What you gonna do with this? Plant it and grow more pansies like yourself?
See, if there's one thing, I know if women get bored, they just like play with each other, which is kind of cool. But men don't do that, I don't think. At least I don't. I've never been like, hey man, you want to just like whack around your wiener around me or something? You know. Probably, I don't know.
Oh my. What?
I don't know if they're like playing each other's fiddles. I don't know.
No, it's cool. I was just. It's none of my. I wasn't trying to be like. You'll know later if you get rode like a roller coaster. That was the.
I think we've got time for one more.
That usually takes a little bit to drink before that happens, but you know.
Oh no, it's all good.
Which I call.
Okay, so pick out the shirt that you would want.
There's two of them. Yeah,
I can do that. I just need to see it on my phone because I can blow it up.
Here's the hitchhiker part, so you'll see Stephen King here in a minute. The appearance of Stephen King.
Okay, and that's Holly Goodhead right here.
Yes. And I made the infamous Exhumed drink, and it's cheap vodka and Mountain Dew Code Red. So that's the Exhumed drink of choice.
No, I didn't know you were even having anything like that.
Oh yeah.
Nothing must be wrong with your alarm clock.
There must have been a power outage. The clock always goes to 12. What time did you say it was?
11:15. Goddamn piece of digital junk.
Goddamn piece of digital junk.
Why don't you use a wind-up alarm?
You know, I'm going to have to say...
Get one. I'll pay for it.
I don't know if you guys have seen American Pie, but in those kind of situations, you just want to walk in and just be like, looks like you could use an extra hand. But anyway.
I'm going to say...
Yeah, it's like she's not even attractive, but she's hot in this, and she's like boning dudes. Like
I mean, these are... I'm going to show you the ones I would want. And
wait, first, show me the ones that you think I would want.
They're the same that I would want.
Probably. Go for it.
But I can't show two, I'm going to show three.
Okay.
These three.
That's what you quoted.
And maybe that one.
That's what I've been paying you.
Did I get it?
That one's correct.
Special introductory rate. That's what
that would be nice.
The crate?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's brutal.
And that second one, the one next to the Justin Osborne one.
See, I like that one.
That one, yeah, that one's nasty.
That's birthday cake, I think.
So is this one.
My job well, I expect to be paid well. Now, come on.
That one was nasty. The second one, that's the birthday cake one too.
You probably had others. Silently, so I wouldn't get a swelled head.
You charged by the organ.
Good idea. Maybe I should. Then at least I'd have something to work for.
Yeah, she's like banging rich dudes. Pretty cool.
You have no shame.
Total slut.
Next week.
Unless I get a better paying job.
Trying to think of good Exhumed
Bye, love.
drinks.
I hope you're not in Dutch.
As Hammer to Advil, that's a pretty good one.
Attorney if it comes to that.
I've got a good attorney.
No, but if
My husband.
that
Hammered
was,
to Advil. Oh yeah.
I don't want to lose it. Without him, you never get your Mercedes.
no shit. Stephen King's It right there.
Yeah, the poster. Yeah.
No, there was a book.
Yeah, the book. Yeah.
God damn it. We both just posted the same goddamn thing.
Hey, share it twice. You know.
It didn't matter. I just
Give a shout
I had
out.
done it
Give a
twice.
shout out to Ben Scribbins and Fright Rags. Thanks again for coming on. We love your shit.
Yep.
Danny Lansing.
You know.
I'm usually wearing it.
There's a 100-yard dash.
Which now we're rocking the. At least you're rocking the Cavity Colors
I
burning
am.
shirt, which was the
7
72-hour
minutes. That really isn't possible.
shirt.
You never see this stuff. This stuff's gone. It's gone, like you said. It's
Yeah, it's 72 hours and that's it. They don't reprint them. He's got some new Reanimator stuff out that he did reprint.
11:30 means 11:30.
And he had one new shirt. That's cool.
11:29. 11:31.
What else we got?
11:30.
I am wearing my Broken Hope shirt from Omen of Disease tour.
I was
One of my favorite shirts of all time. It's very vibrant.
I was out with Trudy and Jim.
It's really dirty looking. It's cool. I dig it.
We'll see Trudy and Jim on Saturday.
Oh my god. I'm buying the shit out of that.
What?
He's got a buy or die thing this Thursday. It's fucking Dead Alive.
Yeah, he reprinted the shirt.
I went to get laid, George.
I love that movie.
Is that on
There's this
Facebook?
wonderful guy.
Yeah, I'm sure it
He
is.
charges $150.
There's not a picture of it. He's got the trailer from Dead Alive, the lawnmower scene.
He's like redoing one of the shirts where the baby's coming out of the chick's face.
I love that fucking movie.
Yeah, it's great.
$25 a pop.
They did a new thing where it's like,
Not bad.
it's called November 1st, and it's a short of
Well, we're going to do this right now.
It's a short of what Michael Myers does.
I'm going to use something off the Cavity Colors page. Choose your werewolf. Which one is it? I have to go David Naughton.
Yeah, you should already know what that was.
Second would be The Howling.
Yeah.
Third would have to be the classic Universal Monster, and 4 would have to be Michael J. Fox. Love me some Teen Wolf.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Chris Olivius from Sweden.
Who the hell is that?
Because he liked my Ric Flair post, and he said, woo! So, big woo to you, too. He's a vocalist, I know that.
Nice. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate it. Thanks for being death metal.
Wait, who is it?
I don't know, I feel like a bad person, so I'm not sure.
No, the Ric Flair thing. Does it say Krotzen something? Huh? The guy that liked your Ric Flair thing, the one that you just said he's a vocalist.
Nagelfar, that's where he's from.
Oh. They're following our shit?
Well, he was on my page. But
doesn't matter, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, Chris of Nagelfar, thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Woo to you. I'll take, it's a nature boy of black metal. I dig it. So that's what I'm assuming it is. It sure is.
What the fuck happened? Looks like a hit and run.
And Nagelfar is good shit.
Car blew by me a little while ago. Couldn't see the lights.
I had to get me some.
I don't know what the hell it was.
Some spray.
It's like a black guy, huh?
Which another time, Matt, we're going to have to ask you.
If you'll buy me a spray.
Well, we'll have to ask you, because we've been meaning to ask you for 2 interviews now, your experience with being on the Eric Andre show. So, there's Stephen King.
It's crazy.
So, yeah, it'll be fun. Once we get to that point.
Thanks for the ride, lady.
You guys will hear it on the Masters of the Universe Matt Harvey episode. So, but we're going to ask him, for you Eric Andre fans, what was it like playing with EXHUMED on it? Which I feel like we did ask him on the last one. I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
It would have been you that asked him, because I didn't remember to do it. I know I didn't get to ask him about it, because I wanted to.
Maybe I didn't. It was like the first question on my mind, and we talked about so much other shit.
Calm down. Think.
Calm down. Think. I think it's cool to just have the audio on most of the time now. I don't know.
For this, it's fine.
Adds a little ambiance. Yeah, some stuff we watch, it's like all just music, and it's, there's too much stuff going on.
The guy's dead.
Guy's dead.
I swear I don't.
Well, that's not contagious.
No, I'm just saying I don't have it.
You don't actually do?
It's from my tummy.
We were talking about before the podcast was in record mode.
I need to start
with the little red dot.
I will literally cough up.
We were talking about you know how bands come out to theme songs and stuff like that. They try to make it fun and interesting. So the doctor and I think we're out of Tums. The doctor and I were talking about we were in a band. We had Phantasm as a band or whatnot. What we would come out to as a theme. What would be raunchy? So we know our boys in Exhumed. At least a lot of the times I've seen them, they've come out to the Reanimator theme, which is perfect. It's fucking awesome. And the Lions beat the Packers. Pretty bad. That's just sad. What would be some of our themes we'd come out to? And we had some pretty good ones.
Did you ever each other sandwich?
Half of it. That's epic. So Doctor, reiterate a little bit of these.
What's that?
Some of the themes we would come out to as a band. Some of the good ones.
The main theme from the Dead Zone. From the Dead Zone?
Yeah, the Dead Zone one's pretty good.
Total Recall?
Yeah, Total Recall is nasty. Yeah, of course, these are all,
I was
80s
clarifying in case somebody...
I love Colin Farrell. Nope. Wrong one, Chief. Predator's a good one.
RoboCop.
Yeah, RoboCop's
Starship
nasty.
Troopers, the Kondothu drone.
That was actually really good, yeah. I don't know what the one's called from Big Trouble in Little China.
The Three Storms.
Three Storms. That one's probably the best.
It's nasty.
Yeah. That's just a great one, Prince of Darkness.
I'm weird. That's what I do in my free time.
You're seeing things, bitch. You can't live
Damn it.
live with the idea.
The doctor's always sick. He works around a lot of chemicals. You breathe in a lot of fucking chemicals all day. Embalming fluid. Stuff gets to you, man. That's why you gotta take a fucking break.
Right. Yeah,
as cool as it is, being around the fucking chemicals all that much. And he doesn't smoke. He's not a smoker.
Nope.
He may partake in hashish every now and then, but, you won't see him.
I did the other night at Origin.
Yeah. Yeah, usually at concerts you will here and there. Steve Ashime, you've fallen victim to his...
I was high as fuck with him. It's not every day you get to smoke the Deicide, so...
His stench of redemption, if you will.
Yeah. I love this movie.
Which, if I even try to come up with song titles that relate to weed, I'm pretty sure Cannabis Corpse has already beat me to the punch. Even though I had some good ones. I think I came up with some Slayer ones that are pretty good.
Oh, really?
Like Spill the Bong, that's pretty good. I have to still have that list somewhere. Rain and Bud, You think Rain and Bud is funny?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't have it. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rain and Bud, Spill the Bong.
Thanks for the ride, lady. I want to also mention that this movie is 30 years old. Did you know that? This movie's 30 years old this year.
It's crazy. Oh, I had them written down. Now I don't have them. It's making me upset. But if you try to come up with weed names for Slayer, you'll have a good time. Dead Skin Hash, that's a good one. Nothing. Dead Skin Hash.
Yeah, I like it.
Hollowed Joint.
You have like a napkin and a towel.
If you remove that cat barricade over there, there's paper towels under there. Yes, we have a cat barricade. Because she likes to think that there's stuff in the cabinets other than Lysol and carpet cleaner and shit, but there's not. So Cannabis Corpse, I'm going to throw at you some, like, an idea for a Slayer-based record, and it's perfect.
He's hooking it up.
I'm gonna get with you, Landfill, and we're gonna do this fucking thing. You don't have to give me credit, nothing. Just I'm gonna hand you the keys. You're just gonna fucking run with it. All because Hollow Joint is the most perfect thing I think I've ever come up with in my life, besides the Phantasm Podcast. Let's see. Spill the Bong, Rain and Bud, Hollow Joint, Dead Skin Hash. It's a good one.
Hallucinogens of Society.
That's pretty good. Fuck. Slayer song. Ew. Trying to think of some good ones. There's so many goddamn Slayer records. So little time. I'm trying to stick to one, but then I think of 5 other Slayer songs. God Smokes Us All. It's also, I don't really smoke weed anymore, so it's hard to think of pot terminology while thinking of so many Slayer songs. South of Resin. That's a good one. South of Resin.
I got you! I got you!
Didn't you learn from the last one, bitch, that when you say you got you or I beat you, that's not gonna happen? And that's pretty. It's pretty nasty, though. It's running that dude over. I mean, he looks like a fucking pork sirloin when she's done.
Well, she's been cheating on her husband with that gigolo.
Yeah, she's been like throwing money at him and shit. He keeps coming back. I mean, she turns him into a fucking Salisbury steak. And he still's like, hey, thanks for the ride, lady.
4,000, Mrs. Lansing, and the car will look like you just drove it out of the showroom. What happened, Mrs. Lansing? I ran over some guy. And over. And over. And over. And... No.
Hey, he looks fucking awesome.
That's impossible. No.
She just did the Luke Skywalker. No, that's impossible.
Thanks for the ride, lady.
Yeah. That would just piss me off. I mean, I can only imagine. It's more Slayer weed names. I'm trying to find some good ones. You can say eyes blood red instead of just blood red. That's too much. Bloodshot Eyes of the Insane.
I love this movie.
Oh, it's great. Oof.
My friend I lost a long time ago, we used to watch this movie religiously.
Oh, it's great.
And he always thought it was funny because I would pass out during a lot of movies when we get super stoned when I was younger. I never fell asleep during this one. It was always one of my favorites. This is a go-to horror movie for me.
No, it's good, man. It's It's not something that you would fall asleep to. It's good.
That'll cost you, Mrs. Prince.
And none of them are slow pickups. The only one that is the Chief Woodenhead one, but that one like is perfect the way the pace works because it's like a slow, like revenge, thing. It's pretty cool, and like you want Chief Woodenhead to come alive and start killing shit, and you gotta wait for it, and it pays off perfect. Does all the classic Native American shit. He fucking
I could never
bow and arrow somebody.
Live in Michigan.
He bow and arrows somebody in the fucking forehead. He scalps the dude. He
never live
fucking
in
hacks
Michigan.
him up with a tomahawk.
I could never live in Michigan.
Fuck no, man. That's not even Michigan there.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah. Well, it's Maine. Maine is
That's
shit.
right, it's Maine.
Yeah, the weather's shit. That's Stephen King's fucking...
I can't do that.
Domain, dude. Domain.
I can't do that.
Yeah, it really... I know. That's too far up north for me. And Michigan. New York, I love you. Every second of you. But never live in you again. But I love it. I would go there in the wintertime, but I'm not living there. It's too expensive. Mrs. Gorkreis wants me to take her up there for Christmas next year, so I'm going to have to do that.
Where?
To New York City.
Oh, that's totally cool.
You haven't lived till you've been to a New York City Christmas. It's just
I've
cool
been
as
there.
fuck. Oh, yeah. You go to Rockefeller Center, you ice skate, you see the
I
fucking
didn't do any
tree.
of that stuff, but I was there.
Yeah, at least see the
I got
tree.
laid.
You will get laid if you take a woman up there. There's no doubt.
No, I mean, I met a prostitute and fucked her, but...
It's fine. You will up there. Especially around Christmas. I mean, everyone's fucking cold and they're ready to get warm, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of shit to do out there. It's very, very beautiful out there.
I don't
down
think,
south,
I don't think
like
people
Christmas.
I don't think people really get the whole... Christmas is very hard on me, so... I won't
has
just
been
get
for
into
me.
that on here, but...
It has
sure,
been
it
for me
has
this
to
past
be.
year.
It has to be.
But at the same time, it's like, you want to, for me, to fight it. And this may be a real moment for you guys, but, we try to get relatable and personal on here, too. We're human beings.
Corey is, I'm not.
Yeah, the Doctor is a figment of your imagination, a force of nature, if you will.
Exactly. I love that.
A phantasm. I like to indulge in shit very heavily because of my OCD, I guess. But Christmas time, for me...
Is it fun for you?
I like it for myself, like, not so much for... Like, I don't know how to explain.
I'm not talking about the religious thing. That doesn't do that. We're not even going there.
No, I mean, like...
Is it a special time for you? Do you reflect?
I've had more bad Christmases than good
But I mean,
ones.
but I mean, at Christmas now, as you've gotten older, do you sit back and reflect?
I just get really drunk off scotch.
No, but I mean, do you ever just sit back and reflect? Mrs. Gorkreist is asleep, and you just kind of sit here. Maybe there's a cool movie on. Kind of not pay attention so much to your phone. Just a day in December, not on Christmas, but do you ever just sit and just kind of reflect?
The first time I did it, in recent memory, what was on? It was Beverly Hills Cop was on, which is really weird. And I was alone for the first time, where nobody was around me, and I was just drinking scotch by myself, watching Beverly Hills Cop. And it made me happy, but I felt really empty for being happy. I don't know why. But I guess, I don't know. Getting too real here, but I think Christmas is a really fun time, even though it's one of those other things where it's pagan traditions being covered up by Christianity. Just like it is Halloween was a pagan tradition that got turned, that the Christians tried to rid off.
No, I'm not talking about any of that. I'm saying, do you ever just sit back and reflect?
Yes.
See, my favorite thing, and I rarely get to do this anymore, is when there's just a moment during the month of December, a day during the month of December.
No, that's like some Cronenberg launch. Nasty.
It's very exhumed too.
Yeah, and then he just starts eating her. That's the crazy part.
I think he's just kind of hanging out with her. I don't think he's trying to even eat her.
He's doing the Freddy where he's like licking her. He's like, thanks for the ride, lady.
But I mean, with it being where they're at in that film, that could be like March, because it's still like that up there.
Oh yeah. No.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't want to ever see
in upstate New York.
Snow
It was my birthday, which
again.
is early July, and there was still snow that hadn't melted
I can't do that
because it was still cold.
I mean, you're good. I can't do that.
No, I would never do it again. I would never live up there. I do want to live up north, but I don't want to live in New York. But I love going up there.
I want to live in the farthest south as I can. Maybe even South America. I don't know. I just want to live in the south.
See, for me, I guess it's different for me. I like seeing season change. Living in the south is just like, it's just the same thing.
There's a lesson for you, kiddies.
But here we
Never
go.
pick up hitchhikers on the hood of your car.
You know what this animation reminds me of? It reminds me of real Ghostbusters.
Looks like heavy metal.
Or that.
To boogie. I'll be slaying you, boars and ghouls. Till next issue, try to stay scared. Oh, I almost forgot about young Billy. I think he's coming this way with his friends.
It's perfect.
Now, that one cartoon character in this, I want to point this out to everybody that's watching this.
Looks like G.I.
George,
Joe.
No, it's George Fisher.
Looks like Danzig, too.
It's George.
Yeah.
George. Glenn isn't that big. Look, it's George. I'm telling you, look.
That is George.
I'm gonna put you in trash.
It sounds like him, too.
Serious pain. Serious pain.
This next song is about shooting blood out of your cock. I come I think that's pretty awesome. I got Venus flytraps and shit. It's nasty.
What was this? It was his mail-away plant.
Yep. He hit it in the
And
woods.
it's killing the bullies that picked on him.
It's raunchy.
Wonder why I liked this stuff as a kid.
Yeah. So there goes George.
It kind of, you know what it looks like? It's George Fisher mixed with Meatloaf from Rocky Horror.
Yeah.
That's what he looked like. God, went bless my soul. Gotta love this rock and roll Venus flytrap.
It's Loaf Grinder.
And yes, there's my bowl cut I had as a child.
It is. Everything we watch, it goes back to the bowl cut.
My bowl cut, yeah. That eventually grew into a mop. But my whip. But what I was going to tell you the other day, you posted a picture on your Facebook page of you as a kid. You look like Dave Coulier.
I had
in that picture. You look like, I just wanted to be like, cut it out from Full House. You look like Dave Coulier.
I always had.
Corey looks like Dave Coulier.
I always wore a long sleeve shirt underneath whatever I wore.
Corey Coulier.
And that I had a button up orange shirt with flames on it. With like a long sleeve white shirt. And there's Tom Savini again.
He's like.
Yeah. He's like, fuck you and Night Riders. I wish he would have actually said something to me rude, but he didn't. He was just rude by his actions.
Sounds like he didn't want to be there.
Well, I didn't either after he did that. I was like, yeah, can I change my Sex Machine photo op to Malcolm McDowell? Thanks a lot. So, Creepshow 2. Fuck yeah.
You can mute it now if you want.
It's awesome.
Listen to this weird.
It kind of sounds like the... What is that? Oh my god. A band totally ripped that. What is that? It's Nile. Slash to the slave stick.
What if he did that on purpose?
I don't think so. That's pretty goddamn close. Hang on. You hear that part? We're going to do it one more time, guys. We're going to do the... Just listen to it. Not that, obviously, but... They do a part where it sounds a lot like that. It's not the whole thing, it's just the... Just listen. Right here. Okay. I'm going to try and find that on here. That's pretty awesome if they did that on purpose, but I don't know. Dallas knows his shit. It's later. It's the vocal part.
He's pimping his movements out everywhere.
Here's Narcotic Wasteland. Check out our boy Dallas. Just listen, I'm telling you. You'll hear it, I swear. I know which part it is, I just don't know how to skip through that part. This is a great song anyway, but
I love this song.
Hang on, you'll hear it. When the song slows down, like right up here, you'll hear it. Here we go.
That's it.
Right here, listen.
That's it.
Right here, listen.
That's it. They did that on purpose.
That's it.
They did it on purpose.
Blast to the Creepshow 2 stick. There we go.
That's exactly what that is.
I don't know. I pulled that out of my hat, but goddamn, I did. That's that.
You
part.
should message him and ask him. That'd be like, we literally are doing an episode right now.
I'd be like, I've never heard Creepshow 2. Like, maybe he's a huge Rick Wakeman fan. I don't know. I mean, he knows a lot of shit. But I don't know. That's just one of those coincidence things.
Well, it sounds exactly like it.
It does. So anyway, Rick Wakeman did the soundtrack for Creepshow 2, and so did Dallas Told Our Weight of Nile. Did the guest solo for the ending theme. Creepshow 2, love it. It's great. If you guys haven't been turned on to that film yet and you just are stuck on the first one, please pick up the second one from Arrow. The print, we didn't even talk about the print of this. I mean, it looks goddamn awesome. Whatever you can expect from Arrow, it's just exceeds expectations. Of course, this one is the out-of-print edition that I have with the red slipcase in the comic book. You can get the regular disc edition. It's got the purple.
Is there extra disc
cover.
in this one? Is it just one?
I think it's a 2-disc. Yeah,
a 2-disc.
Maybe, I don't remember. It just looks nice. It's got that slipcase on it. It's really the main thing. And yeah, so that's pretty awesome. And then we have Matt Harvey on the show. You can pick up Death Revenge from Exhumed, out now on Relapse Records. What is your favorite track from Death Revenge?
Night Work.
Yeah, that works amazing. Awesome music video. I'd have to say mine is probably Dead End. That's that song that has that gurgle part, which is
you love that.
It just gets me. I don't know why. Just like
it's good. I like that too.
Sick.
I don't know, man. I love Night Work. I thought Night Work was shit.
It's awesome. The video's perfect. The video is actually in my head enough now to when I hear the song.
But I like that record. I don't know, when I listen to it, I don't listen to tracks off of it. I usually just listen to the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I
do too.
Death metal records are weird. Like very rarely will I just listen to the.
Yeah,
actually, the only death metal record I've been listening to lately has been the new, or not new. It's a very old, actually. Sermon of Mockery is all I've been listening to from
Phyrexian. If you're going,
that's my that record is so good. Like,
2 records I've been listening to over and over this past week. It's been Possessed Eyes of Horror, and I'm trying to think of this because I've been listening to both of them. The Inexorable from Angel Corpse.
That's a great album.
It is. It's sick. So definitely check those out as well. But Death Revenge is out now. Came out Friday the 13th of last month. So it is out. Pick it up. You can check them out on tour. They're with Black Dahlia Murder and Decrepit Birth and Necrot. It's a sick-ass tour, and then they will be out around...
And Suffocation.
Yeah, and Suffocation, of course. Shout out to Terrence. And they will be doing a headlining run with Archaic, which is awesome. So be sure to check them out then as well.
And be sure to look for our Masters of the Universe episode with Matt from that tour.
Yep, we'll be giving that a go here soon, later this month, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And, just remember from us, from the Doctor and I, stay fucking gory. Hey man, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, this is Corey Gore Christ, Dr. Vincent West, FANTASM Podcast. Welcome back.
Right on, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah,
no problem.
It's awesome.
Yeah, very excited about this. We've got a lot to talk about. We've got Death Revenge coming out Friday the 13th on Relapse Records. That's, from what we've heard of it already, it's fucking nasty. We're very happy to hear the rest of it.
Nice, thank you.
And then, but before that, if you don't mind, we'll talk a little bit about Expulsion. We had Matt Olivo on, got his side of stuff, and it was very insightful. The record's fucking killer.
It is, it's really good.
One of the best albums this year, for sure. We absolutely love it.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, yeah. Talk a little bit about Expulsion, how all that happened.
Expulsion is one of those things that's sort of been kind of percolating in the background for quite a while.
Right.
I mean, in fact, the vocals that I tracked those, I want to say 2.5 years ago.
Wow.
So the material's been kind of just sitting around, and Matt, the other Matt,
yeah,
he's very meticulous in a way that I'm not. So I kind of just let him take it at his own pace, but it's something that we've been talking about for like 3 years now.
Wow.
And in the beginning, there was some talk of it being a direct continuation of Repulsion, and I didn't really think that was the greatest idea, and so we've kind of came to a consensus on that. And then, I heard the tracks that Matt was working on, and I was really floored.
Sure.
Repulsion is my favorite death metal, grindcore, whatever you want to call them.
Oh, they're amazing, yeah.
And I've always wanted to hear more stuff from him and Scott, or Scott, in that vein, and I felt like I was finally getting to hear, kind of what would have been the sequel to Horrified, So it was, I basically really didn't have to do too much. It's great, I used to be the primary songwriter in my other bands.
Right.
So I just kind of, listened to the tracks and kind of had some ideas about where I wanted to put the lyrics and tried to kind of carry on, with what Repulsion was doing, which is, obviously they have a lot of sort of gore and horror type oriented lyrics, but they also have some stuff that's sort of, apocalyptic,
Absolutely.
kind of darker science fiction. And so, then I just tried the vocals in the afternoon. I did it in Matt's apartment.
Yeah.
And then finally the other pieces of the puzzle were done, and it was definitely worth the wait for me. I mean, I was super proud of the record, and I'm really stoked about it. Hopefully, we're working on some new stuff right now, and also talking about trying to coordinate some live shows pretty soon.
That was sick.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So that's very ambitious. You actually, as a fan of Repulsion, wanted to hear more, so you went and fucking got it. That's incredible.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, if you really want something done, sometimes you wait around, nobody's doing it, you're like, well, might as well, I guess I'll do it.
It's like, I'll fucking do it, why not,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
That's always kind of been my attitude, to be honest.
It's awesome, man.
Well, when I interviewed Matt, this is Vincent. When I interviewed Matt, and I wish I'd been recording. I didn't have the mic on. He said the coolest thing about you guys when you did that record. He said that I was like, man, this is like the best grindcore thing I've heard, like, in a really long time. And he was like, well, you can try to go out and do old school, but if you actually are old school, it's a lot easier to make it sound the way it should. And I hate that I'm probably messing up the quote, but he said like the coolest quote, and I wasn't recording it. We were just sitting there talking before we started recording, and I wanted to ask you because I really do. I love the record. Your lyrics on that, man, they're great. I just wanted to ask you maybe some inspiration on some of the tracks.
Well, I have this one of my favorite VHS tapes from back in the 90s was Mad Ron's Previews from Hell, which is on Netflix, which is great. So every once in a while, I'll just put it on, like, sometimes I don't even really watch it. I'll just put it on in the background, or if I'm, like, working on a song or tracking some guitars, I'll just put it on.
Right.
And, even with no sound, and because I remember all those previews. Yeah. In fact, usually the previews for some of them, like Torso or Triana Music and stuff, they're better than the movies.
Yeah.
And so,
like Mortuary, if you've seen that, none of that's even in the actual movie, but the trailer is so good. And it has Michael Berryman in it, and he's like not even in the movie. It's just like a batshit horror trailer that rules,
That's amazing.
Yeah. So
I kind of put that on and just try to take myself back to those to those times of just being a fucking crazy kid that only cared about pizza, beer, death metal, and the horror movies.
Damn right. All right.
Yeah, just kind of trying to get back in that mindset, and for me, it's all about going back to the source. You'll see something new or hear something new, and it gives you that feeling. You're like, oh, that's really cool. But for me to pull something out of myself, I keep going back to that same sort of early wellspring of inspiration, because the beauty is that I've changed and grown as a person and as a musician and stuff. So I see whatever comes out is going to be different anyway, but it's just about re-getting that first hit or whatever.
Yeah,
that you're always at the start of it all. So that was kind of where I started, and then the song Nightmare Future is more about like apocalypse by global warming or whatever, and that kind of stuff.
Very real.
So there's a mix of the horror stuff and then the sort of apocalyptic sci-fi, whatever,
It all blends together beautifully.
Yeah.
And then we'd say Funeral Bell is probably one of the best songs we've heard in a long time by anybody.
Yeah, it's great.
It's sick.
Nice. Yeah, when I first heard that song, I was like, well, I really like it, but I just don't know about that kitty cat part where the guitar stops and it goes, and I was like, I don't know, it's just something like a kitty cat, like that's, and Olivia was like, that's the best part, and I was like, I don't know, man, and I kept listening to it, and I was like, I guess that's pretty cool, and now I'm like, dude, that kitty cat part is the fucking best part. That's the part I'm waiting for.
Totally sold on the kitty cat. Yeah.
Totally, dude.
That's awesome, man. But yeah, it was a great job. We also talked to Joel Grind, who loved mixing the record. We caught up with him in that Venom Goat Whore tour, and he had a lot of insight about it too, so that was cool talking to him about it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, because when Matt and I were talking, Matt was like, well, I talked to like Mark Lewis, and he's interested in, hearing the project, and I was like, dude, no offense, but fuck Mark Lewis. Like, no. I don't even know anything about Mark Lewis, and I'm sure he's a fantastic engineer, but I was like, no, there's one guy who should do this. It's Joel. He's a good producer. He gets good sound, but it's not tidy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not fucking sanitized.
I think Mark Lewis did that last Cannibal record that we didn't really like. And that takes a lot for us not to like a
Skeletal
Cannibal
Domain?
record. Yeah, he did Skeletal Domain. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I thought that actually sounded really good. But it's not the right thing for Expulsion at all.
No, you guys are very raw, and if anyone knows anything about Repulsion, I mean, you want that, that kind of brutality to it. It's a whole different thing. So something polished is the exact opposite of the effect, for the style that you guys are going for. So yeah.
I feel like that was like, in terms of my contributions to the record, I think that was probably almost as valuable as the vocals and lyrics. Like, no, Joel's the guy.
Yeah.
I will totally take credit for that.
Yeah, and he's a one-man band virtually, and His, Toxic Holocaust is a very raw sounding band. Like, they get it. He he knows what he wants out of that, and I think he did a really good job of the mix for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, I like the production he gets because it's raw and it's organic, but it's not shitty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't sound like a bathroom,
you know? But it's not crappy. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't. It gives you the same real feel that the old albums in the early '80s did, but without the shittiness of the production of the early '80s. You know?
Right. It sounds modern. You know, it's up to date, but it's still raw and in your face.
It sounds clear. It sounds powerful. It sounds big, but it just doesn't sound like it's been fucking cleaned up. You know, I mean, like some of the death metal records today. I mean, they're just so clean that.
Yeah, it sounds like it's
sound human.
artificial. Yeah, and
absolutely.
You want the brutality to be real, you know, and you just want it to be in your face. And when you notice super polished production in that kind of sound and the band's, you know, it's kind of takes away from the actual ferocity of what the band represents. So it's kind of like, yeah, we're tough and we're scary, but we're also very clean, and you know, we're just super like polished steel, you know. But
yeah, we're not willing to let anyone, you know, hear us ever possibly play a 16th note that's out of place. You know?
Right.
I was watching Havoc, or not Havoc, Vector, rather. I was watching Vector in Europe.
Right.
And I think Vector is incredible. Their fucking music is great. The musicianship is off the charts. Like, they're a killer band.
Crazy Canadian.
I was watching them live, and I just thought, man, like, this sounds so fucking good. And I liked the last record they did, but I was like, it just sounds so much better, like, right here, without all the stuff in the way. You know, it's just them and the sound, the PA and me. And I was like, man, I would just love to hear them do a record where, you know, it's not so tidy sounding. You know, I mean, same thing with Cannibal. You know, like, the records sound great and they sound so big, but then you see them live and it sounds so much better because there's just
they're very loud.
None of that shit in the way.
Yeah,
they're super loud.
They're super loud.
It's great.
They're one of the only bands I've seen too where their performance, and they don't have to do a whole lot to get it out there, but they project such a presence where their music. I guess it's all the windmilling, and it's like a fucking turbine blowing in your face when they're on stage. It's very different, you know. Not a lot of bands can do that, you know. So
well, you know, it helps that they're all like 6'2". You know, they're all like big boys. When you zoom towards the Cannibal, we just like a fucking group of midgets. Like, 5'9". Shit, like, hi, hey guys. And, they're big dudes. It's fucking loud, and you know, they've got the catalog and the history where they don't need anything. They don't need strobe lights. They don't need shit. It's just like, turn on the fucking lights, go, and it's great, you know?
Yeah, and they bring it in Immolation, you know, Ross and Bob are the same way. You know, they have a different level, but, you know, Ross is actually a short guy, but on stage he's like 8 feet fucking tall, and his hair's down to his ass, you know, and or it's down to his ankles, really, and I mean, he's just nasty, you know. And Bob's doing his own thing on stage, like he's, you know, he's like I can't even describe it. He just has his own style to him, you know.
Yeah, Bob is like some sort of weird, like
he's like a ninja.
Like
I don't know.
Evil wizard. Or you know?
Yeah, that's
he's pulling the notes out of his instrument. It's a totally unique stage presence. Yeah. And they have a totally unique sound, and that's what you know. I mean, that's what makes it work. So.
Oh yeah. And they're very big on stage with their sound, and I think their, you know, Atonement, their recent record, had a really good sound to it. You know, it wasn't too much polish. It sounded more raw than anything, but the polish was nice. It added to it, I think. So
I was actually taking a couple listens to kind of get into the production because it was rawer than I was expecting. I was like, this sounds like it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
New Incantation was the same way. I was like,
I
don't know if I like this production. And I listened to it again. I'm like, yeah, I like it. It actually sounds really good. Like, cool.
Yeah, New Incantation was good too, definitely. And then we'll go into the Death Revenge. I'm loving what I'm hearing of it so far. It's fucking awesome. You got a couple videos up. You got Lifeless and Night Workout. Talk about those for a second, the music videos.
Well, Lifeless, you know, is more of a thing that the label put together. It's like a clip, like a teaser clip kind of thing.
Right.
And you know, based on kind of like the budget that they had to do it, which was non-existent and stuff. It turned out pretty cool, actually. But the Nightwork video is what I'm really excited about.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's our new record is a concept album, so we were talking about doing the video a little bit more kind of very similar to the way it is now, but kind of more like Bark at the Moon, where it's interspersed with pictures of the band like dressed up like from that era and stuff.
Yeah.
And it just sort of logistically became impossible to get the four of us and the crew and equipment in the same place. It's like, this is EXHUMED, not Ozzy. Like, we don't have all the money to make videos. But, the guy, Jeff Sisson, that we worked with, he just did an incredible job of capturing the feel that we're going for. We talked beforehand, and, the things that we were talking about were not only the background to the story of the Burke and Hare murders, which he was fortunately already familiar with, but in terms of the visual vibe, we told him that we wanted like a Hammer horror type feel, or what Ken Russell was doing in the 80s with like Lair of the White Worm and Gothic, this sort of retro British.
Yeah, and definitely got that vibe from it. It's awesome, man.
Yeah, because the last Dying Fetus video, I thought, I was like, well, we're not going to outgore that. Like, that's fine. Like, all right. So let's go the complete opposite way and do something that's completely story and vibe oriented, and really like try to do something with some atmosphere. So I was really happy with it.
Definitely, man. Yeah, it definitely worked out. It was really cool video, and the vibe of it's very nice. It's very macabre, and it's for horror fans and fans of EXHUMED, longtime fans, whatever. That's just a cool video to watch. And
cool. Yeah, we picked that song because it's a little bit slower and maybe more digestible to somebody that isn't familiar,
Sure,
with the band, whereas with Defenders of the Grave and Nightwork, the first two preview tracks,
Defenders of the Grave was nice. As a longtime EXHUMED fan, hearing that track when you guys first put it out, I was like, Jesus Christ, this is fucking cool. It was really nice, man. That's a good track for sure.
Oh, cool, man.
I love how you did
I like to do it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
I was saying I love how you did the promotion for Nightwork. It's like coming soon, Nightwork. It's like, it was just cool. It's like a fucking horror movie. I love that, and we kept sharing it on our page and stuff, and then of course finally get the video and everything. But I wanted to ask you, what was it like recording with Ross again?
Well, we actually didn't ever record in the same studio.
Really? Wow. I never knew that.
Yeah, Ross recorded in Oakland, and then Doug recorded in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Mike and I were the only two that flew out to Florida.
Wow.
So we, I was going to go up and work with Ross when he was recording, but I don't remember exactly what was going on. It was basically like I was home for a few days, and then I had to leave and do something like the following day, and I didn't want to miss more work, and there was something going on, and it just became impractical.
Right.
And I think it was an issue with my car, just some stupid shit. It just became impractical for me to go up there.
There's always something,
Yeah, the great thing about the dynamic that we have in the band right now is it's really based a lot on like just the confidence and trust that we have in each other.
Sure.
Because we don't live in the same city and we don't hang out and jam all the time,
Right.
We have to really trust each other to be able to learn and execute the material, and also to be able to write the material, and to be able to have like very frank and simple conversations. If I'm doing something and somebody tells me like, I just don't like it, it's not good enough, or this doesn't work.
Right.
Like they trust me to be like, oh, okay, well, let's try something else, and I trust them to tell me if something sucks. So it's so we work very independently of each other, and again, part of it is just because we're always on a tight budget, and we got actually a very good budget from Relapse, but it was a case of, well, we can all be in the same studio recording our parts, or we can get a new van to go on tour. That's like, well, obviously, the fucking van is more important. We're going to save money anywhere we can, Like, when we went to Florida and recorded, we just stayed on Jared, the producer, we stayed on his couch.
Nice.
We were just like, well, just we got to look at the big picture here, but in terms of working with Ross, leading up to the record, it's been really good because he obviously was there. He was in the band from 94 till 99.
Oh, yeah.
So he was there when it was all coalescing into what it would eventually become, and he obviously was not only knows what the band is supposed to be, but was one of the people, making the band become what it is. So,
yeah, sure.
And he's very familiar with doing concept stuff with Impaled and with his other band. He always asks him to not name, even though everyone knows he's in the band or whatever.
That band, guys, if you don't know what we're talking about, you know what we're talking about. Okay.
So, I worked with him as far as a lot of the lyrical stuff and the kind of pacing of the story and this and that, and he was just really, just a great collaborator to have as a sounding board and to throw ideas off of,
Oh yeah, and hearing his sound back, like his vocals, the other guys that have been in there after him were great too, and they kept that vibe of Exhumed. It hasn't gone away at all. It's still always been there. The sound has been great. But to have him back, it's definitely noticeable, his presence in the band and his sound really, it's nice to hear also, definitely. As an older
I feel the same way. To me, it sounds more like Exhumed.
Yeah.
That's the only way I could describe it.
Right.
It's like, there's my voice, there's Ross's there, it sounds like Exhumed.
Yeah. When I first heard it, the Defenders of the Grave song, and you hear his vocals back on there, it's really the first time any of us have heard it, in a long time, like his vocals on Exhumed. So when I initially heard the song, I was like, this is great, So it was a breath of fresh air, to hear. Not to say Exhumed is back. I mean, you guys never left. I've liked every record you guys have put out, and the Doctor has too as fans. But as a longtime fan, this was definitely a nice treat to hear this new record is what it's coming to be. It sounds fucking great.
I love that you've got it coming out on the Friday the 13th too. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Yeah, we had the October time frame, and then Relapse hit me up. They're like, there's a Friday the 13th in October. Should we release it then? I was like, well, yeah, of course. Perfect. I mean, they're just nice. They're very respectful that way. They actually asked me. But, I mean, it was like a no-brainer. Like, of course, yes, let's do this. Thank you for noticing. I never would have looked at the calendar.
Now, the artwork, who did the artwork for it? Because I love the visuals.
The cover art was done by Orion Landau, he's the Relapse House artist guy. And he did the Decapitator Storm Before the Calm record for us.
Nice. All right, okay.
So I knew he was a good painter, and, again, Orion and I are about the same age, and we've done each other for a long time, and I told him what we were going for, and he was like, oh yeah, I got it. I was like, just, make it look like a fucking poster that would be in a mom and pop video store in the horror section.
Yeah, sure.
The mid-80s. That's what he came up with.
Perfect.
And it's quite cool because if you look closely at the cover, you'll see all the band members in that little picture, the inset picture as well.
That's crazy.
And we have, I guess you guys haven't seen the whole release yet.
Right.
But in the actual booklet or the LP fold-out, we have interior illustrations by a guy named Lucas Ruggieri, and they're very detailed, like line art, kind of along the lines of like a Bernie Wrightson, but more line and less shading.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have illustrations for each song, and it kind of goes along with the whole narrative story aspect of the record. So
awesome.
I saw those today. We put them on the page. I thought they looked really cool. I didn't know they were for each song. That's really cool. Corey and I both still buy physical media, so we're like chomping at the bit to get it Friday. So
okay, because I was like, why didn't you're supposed to give you the record? Like, I was kind of confused about that.
Yeah, we have we're trying to get that worked out at some point. We'd like to get the records to
right, because there's no physical promos anymore.
No. So we're happy to buy it, man. It gives us something to get you guys to sign, and I like collecting stuff I have since I was a kid.
When we're talking about this artwork stuff, like part of what draws us in, even if you're not a fan of a certain band or whatever, the artwork is always going to get you. It's like, this looks really cool, and you'll listen to it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But something like this, you're a horror fan, and you're a fan of Exhumed, like, you buy it for the fucking, for everything, for the bits and pieces, you know? It's just...
Yeah, I mean, we've really tried to make this album sort of just to work on a bunch of levels, you know, to work, you know, if you just want to hear this, that's great. If you want to, you know, hear the songs and read the lyrics, there's more there. And
you're telling a story, you know.
The lyric sheet. Right. And within the lyric sheet, there's also, because it's based on a true story, there's a lot of historical quotes and kind of, you know, pull from newspapers at the time and stuff like that. So it's kind of you know, we're hoping that people will get the record, sit down, put it on, and then read the lyrics along and look at the pictures, and, you know, there's an opportunity to be, you know, kind of immersed in this world that we're trying to craft.
And
so
it comes out October 13th, and, you know, it's Friday the 13th, so it's very special. It's a good time of year. And I think a lot more people now are nostalgic, but they're also younger generations like myself get more and more into horror movies itself and really enjoy that kind of realm of art. And I think dropping like that, this Exhumed record at this time, Friday the 13th in October, I think it's really says a lot. And having that music around and the art, that's really cool. And I think more people will indulge in that because of the resurgence and all this and with the horror and everything. I think it's a really good time for this, and I think it's really neat.
I hope you're right.
Yeah. I hope so, because, you know, I like to personally indulge in the season, and Halloween, it's like my favorite time of year, so, you know, I think that Exhumed record will do a lot as far as the artwork itself is very cool, so if somebody's shopping around for Halloween and they see that Exhumed record sitting there, you know, it's like, pick it up, fucking buy it, give it a shot.
Well, of course people are going to get...
Right, it's what they call a synergistic marketing opportunity.
Damn right. Matt, the new Exhumed is my album of the month for October on our page. So.
Yes.
Oh, thank you guys so much. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
And the Expulsion one was ours as well. So.
Yeah, that was a while back. So
a while back, yeah.
This is the year that you can't get away from me.
Yeah, man. And speaking of that, what's going on with Gruesome right now?
We just got, I believe, the very last pieces of the recording finished for our new record, which will be out before next summer.
Excellent.
Awesome.
So we're going into the spiritual healing realm on this one.
Oh, yeah. Cool. That's our favorite territory.
I'm very excited to be able to get this one out because we get to stretch out a little bit more musically and play some more intricate stuff. And I think it's a lot of fun. And I don't know. I put the smile on my face when I listen to the pre-production. So
yeah, that's
I
awesome.
think it'll be good.
That's exciting.
You're a very inspired person, but you also do it well, and you kind of don't just add a new spin on it, but we really appreciate the musicianship you put forth into all these records, and you know, you're definitely at the forefront of all this shit, and I think it's awesome. So thank you.
Thank you guys. That's very nice to hear. I mean, I just look at it as I just want to keep working, and while I'm able to, I always had all these silly ideas like, wouldn't it be cool if blank? And now I kind of have the means to follow through on those ideas, and I feel like I would be really foolish not to, follow through on as many as I possibly can, and
that's a good way to
try
look
my
at
hand at it.
Sure, man. And it definitely pays off, at least for us listening to it. It's good stuff. So, guys, definitely keep up with Gruesome News and look out for that. We got the spiritual healing era coming. That's some good shit. That's our bread and butter right there. That's my favorite. It's my favorite death record, in my opinion. Now you guys got some touring coming up for Death Revenge, Exhumed. So November 1st, is that the first day of the...
Yeah, we do. We're doing a week with the Black Dahlia Murder, Suffocation, and Trevor Birth.
It's a sick package, man. That's nasty. It's a nasty package. It's awesome. Love the Black Dahlia Murder guys. Suffocation's our boys, and Decrepit Birth's just shit. So, oh yeah, that's.
Have you guys heard that Necron album yet?
No,
not
yet. Came out this year.
Uh-uh.
Dude, you guys gotta hear that record. It's fucking good as I've heard this year. Like,
Nice. Awesome, man.
It's really good.
We'll check it out for sure.
So, yeah, we do that for a week, and then we come home for a week, and then
Nice.
we start our headlining tour for 3 weeks with Archaic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
And you,
so... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say you'll see me. I'm coming down to the Atlanta show, and then the next night, you'll see Corey and me at the if you guys are doing that Johnson City show or whatever. So.
Oh, killer, awesome! Yeah, Johnson City is actually pretty cool. We played there before, and I was like, "Where the fuck? Like, where are we?"
There's like a railroad track, and then there's a venue. There you go.
Yeah, totally. But
the venue's cool.
It was actually like really fun, and it turned out really good, and we had a good time, and it was a really fun day. So,
right.
Yeah,
awesome.
We'll play anywhere.
That 529 club in Atlanta, I've never been there. Where I'll be seeing you there. I've never been there before.
I don't think I have either, but I'm not sure.
I don't know if it's a new
It
club.
looks cool. It looks really small, so.
Awesome.
Get more intimate.
Kind of like the Earl, if you've ever been there. It looks kind of like the Earl.
Yeah, the Earl's cool over there.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, to me, I'm all about, like, there's nothing worse than playing a show in a huge room, you know, when you have a good turnout, when we get, like, 250 people, but you're playing in a fucking room that holds 1,000. You're like, well, no, this could have been a good show.
Like, I can see how clean the floors are back there, you know.
we want to play to a full room.
Sure.
Even if it's a smaller room, and then that way, it's about the energy exchange.
Yeah.
It's much more direct in your face.
People get more crazy when they're cramped in too, and they got loud music in front of them. They
absolutely you
tend to have a better show from the stage itself. Looking out, you're like, oh yeah, these guys are into it. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see what that club's like in Atlanta. I've never been there. I've asked some fun, but it should be cool, man. I'm excited to get to see you guys back to back, and maybe get you and Ross together to do an interview. Maybe watch a movie or something like we did with him when we first had him on the show.
That would be super fun. Yeah, I think the thing that I'm stoked about is doing the headlining tours and allow us to play a lot more, obviously.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Black Dahlia dates, we're only playing, I think, 30 minutes. So, we're basically going to play, like, 3 new songs and then 3 old songs and then just get the fuck out of there, doing these shows, we're really going to be able to kind of, like, stretch out.
Got a pretty good
play
catalog.
A lot of new material. Yeah, and then also dig into a lot of the stuff that, people expect to hear, and hopefully a couple surprises from the basement,
Oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome, man. We're definitely looking forward to it, and catch up with EXHUMED on tour, ladies and gentlemen.
Excellent.
Yeah, one night with the Doctor, and then the next night with the Doctor and Gorecrust, hanging out with Ross and Matt. Be fucking awesome.
And Phantasm Podcast will be in your neck of the woods for 2 nights, maybe. So there you go on that. Be sure to check out our tour dates. But yeah, keep up to date on the EXHUMED page and check the tour dates when they come to your town, and definitely go give these guys a shout, buy them a fucking beer, buy their record. It'll be out by the time you see it.
Death Revenge this Friday.
Death Revenge, get the Hot and Sexy LP. It looks really nice. Gatefold, it's really beautiful. Vinyl's coming back, so pick it up. It's got some nice artwork in there. So, and then
right on.
Last thing I want to talk to you about, since it's the season, do you are you heavy indulged into like Halloween and all that? I assume you do.
A lot of horror movie watching.
Well, this year we're going to be driving up to Seattle on Halloween.
That's kind of cool.
So
it's dreary and dark.
Yeah, driving into the rain,
Yeah.
So we won't be doing too much, but I mean, it's kind of a bummer because I really like to play a show on Halloween. It's always fun.
Oh yeah.
You get to. We usually try to do some kind of gag. When we were out with Dying Fetus, we ended up we dressed up as a glam band, so that was pretty fun.
That's amazing.
Just for the last song, like we had a little break where we could kind of go in the back and change our outfits real quick. And
that's amazing.
Come out, play half of a Motley Crue song, and then our last song, and get off the stage.
You guys did it perfectly. You did a fucking set, wardrobe change, and there you go. Damn.
Right, that's our wardrobe writers and
you're like, yeah. That's perfect. Love it. But yeah, like whenever you're not busy and you do plan stuff out, do you do like the marathons where you put on horror movies? I do that every year when I have time. I'll just watch a shit ton of horror movies, and even though I do anyway, but
I was gonna say, isn't that just like your normal?
It's like, oh wow, Corey Gorechrist watches horror movies. No shit, for Halloween. Really? For Halloween, I try to watch them
from year to year. I think.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll watch a bunch of stuff, and then sometimes I don't really end up doing much. It just kind of depends how busy I am with other stuff. You know what I mean?
Like at this time of year, I don't even put football on.
Yeah, sometimes I just kind of go into like hermit mode, and especially living in California, it's not like the weather changes that much. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not as warm as it was last month by like 5 degrees. It's still sunny every day. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get some of those external cues, and I tend to, if I'm working on a record or something, I kind of just focus on that and like forget about Christmas, Halloween, my wife, my dog,
Yeah.
My wife loves it. She thinks it's great. No. But, so I kind of go into that mode. And this year, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think it would be cool because honestly, like, I don't watch a lot of newer horror movies, and I just saw The Witch, finally, which isn't even new at this point. I just finally saw it, and I fucking loved it.
Did you?
And
yeah.
Like,
Millie from Creator spoke very highly of that.
Yeah, it's a beautiful movie. The atmosphere is amazing. Like
it's very different.
The scripting is great. I was like, man, I need to like watch some horror movies. I just I'll go through spurts where I watch a bunch of the classics, and then I kind of just
throw some new ones in there. I watched the Belko Experiment. Very awesome, like a battle royale style. Super fucking gory if you're into that. Got a lot of there's a lot of good stuff in that movie for sure. You would enjoy it.
I was going to say, you guys should email me some recommendations because
I will.
I'm kind of clueless sometimes. My problem is, like, before I got into horror movies, like, I grew up with like a huge Marvel Comics nerd, like.
Oh yeah, both of us. Yeah.
And
I still got mine.
Right now, between watching like The Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, The Gifted, The Runaways, like all the Netflix Marvel shows, and all the Marvel and DC movies, like I spend so much time just watching comic book stuff. I'm like, I can't watch any more TV. Like, I just can't watch any more movies or TV. Like, I have no time because then I got to watch the Raider game on. And then I'm like, just like, no more TV. I need to like go outside. I need to go running. I need to play guitar. I need to do something besides sit here.
Right.
So I get out of touch. You guys need to hook me up with some good recommendations.
Sure. Yeah. If you haven't seen the Batman and Harley Quinn movie, that movie's fucking awesome too. So just to get you back into the super.
I know. I need to see that. I always wait until there's like streaming somewhere, or something go on sale or something, because there's that one, and there's like a Teen Titans versus Justice League one.
Yeah, that one was good.
Judas Contract. I was a big Marvel and George Perez Teen Titans fan when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
As well. So I got too many fucking nerdy hobbies and some time follows. It sucks.
Like I have to do all of them. But yeah, we'll definitely send you some recommendations. For you, what do you have for recommendations for fans wanting to do their own little Halloween thing? What are just any era, whatever? What are some must-watch horror films?
I always go back to the Italian stuff like Phenomena and Suspiria, and of course The Beyond and Gates of Hell or The City of the Living Dead or whatever you want to call it. And, all that stuff. Demons or Tenebra, Deep Red, and then I like sort of the American stuff that has a little bit more of a sense of humor, like Reanimator and From Beyond and Evil Dead 2.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, those are all the movies that when I was a teenager or even younger, like really grabbed me, and I love, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is great because it's so funny. I mean, Texas Chainsaw obviously is amazing. But the sequel is great because it has a completely different, really zany vibe, and it's like super fun.
It's very fun to look at too. It's very vibrant for a horror movie compared to the other one.
Absolutely.
It's so grueling, and the last one feels like there's just so much sun in your face, like you can actually feel the heat when you're watching it because of how intense the filming was for that. You can kind of feel that in the original, and then the second one's like so light, but it's got its own color to it. It's very strange, but it's good.
Right. It does have a whole like very lively color palette. Whereas the first one, you feel like the whole thing is like covered in a layer of grime, and you have to like, take a shower after watching the movie, which is an amazing cinematic feat.
Sure.
But I love Phantasm, and Phantasm 2 was also killer. The first two Hellraiser movies, and I actually recently rewatched Hellraiser 3, and I was like, I used to hate that movie, and I was like, this is pretty good. Like, that's not that bad at all.
It's funny you mentioned that. I had a friend tell me recently, they're like, Hellraiser 3 sucks, and I was like, when's the last time you watched that? They're like, well, it was a long time ago. I was like, go back and watch Hellraiser 3, because that movie is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it in the theater. That's how long ago I saw it. That was the last time I saw it.
It's Doug Bradley's favorite film of the series. Did you know
It's fucking Death Angel, too.
Wow.
It is. That's his favorite. When I met him a couple years ago, that's his favorite movie.
If you're a thrash fan, you got
the first one and the third one. He did not apparently like doing the second one.
Huh. And he's like feeding the fucking women to that obelisk. It's fucking nasty.
That goddamn statue.
Yeah, it's
fucking cool.
That's just so fucking cool.
I think the first one is almost like really serious, and then the second one has just a little bit of campiness, and then the third one embraces the campiness. It kind of turns into the skit a little bit, which is what I didn't like about it when I saw it the first time.
Yeah.
When the camera sent it by, it's like, we're ready to do your close-up, and I was like, oh, God. That was a fucking Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
But watching it again, I was like, this is actually like quite a cool movie. Like, I was very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's good shit. And then, not to go off the subject, but I did the same thing where you go back and watch stuff, you get an appreciation for it. Initially, when I first watched it, and I was young when it came out, when I watched Batman and Robin, I couldn't stand it. But then going back and watching it now, I fucking love that Batman and Robin movie. It's just so ridiculous.
I can't do it.
I think I understand. I understand what they were.
I can't do it.
I understand what they were trying to do with it, and I get it. And I guess it just makes me laugh because of how bad it is. But it's
Well, I remember seeing it in the theater. And
see, in the theater it would piss me off because you wasted money. But if I see it on TV, I'm like, yeah, I watch it. It's funny.
Here's the thing. There's a lot that's kind of bad about that movie, but what I personally enjoyed about it, I don't know if I would say it's a good movie, but there's elements of it that I dig, is that it harkened back to the 60s TV show.
Yeah, and that's what I understand they were trying to do that, and it worked, but it's also kind of...
I love the 60s TV show.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It's good stuff.
Like, I love, there's something about, like, in every episode, the villain tends to have like a hench girl that's like really attractive.
Yeah.
And I could look at Yvonne Craig on the Bat Cycle like all day long. It's fantastic. But I was a huge fan of that show growing up. I was born in '75, so that was a show that was in reruns. When I was a little kid.
Same here.
And of course, it's a show that you can show your little kid. It's fine for a 3-year-old to watch.
Yeah.
So that and like the Spider-Man cartoons from the '60s, I just remember watching constantly. Whenever it was on TV. So I appreciated in Batman and Robin that they did some callbacks to that, and it was totally different in tone. But I mean, the thing is that the tone had gotten so ridiculous of those movies anyway. They were unintentionally spoofing themselves, and then that movie kind of spoofed itself unknowingly. Which people hated.
Sure. It's like not like I love it or hate it. It's more or less a middle ground where I'm like, what, I get it.
I could see where, with you being younger, maybe it's like a little Whoopi movie or something. I mean, I like the...
Not even that.
I
get it.
I like the Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren. A lot of people are like, that's horrible. I'm like, I grew up with it. It's bad. No, it's bad, but it's
I like watching that stuff, like the bad shit.
I like Masters of the Universe, the movie. I mean, I wouldn't say it's good.
It's not, but it's fun.
I actually like the take on the story because it's the take that they did on the story is really similar to the Jack Kirby Fourth World saga, where there's these absolute good and absolute evil beings in space. The battle comes to Earth because they're looking for something. That was kind of a novel storyline when Kirby did it in the early 70s.
Oh, yeah.
And what Masters of the Universe, the film, did was really quite similar to that.
Sure.
I'm not saying it was well executed, but it was interesting.
Right.
And, the thing is that if they had tried to stay true to the cartoon, the movie would have been even more asinine.
Right.
Which is difficult to imagine. But
maybe we should watch that. Maybe that should be our movie we watch.
We just watch He-Man.
We just watch Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, we don't care.
I will absolutely come and watch Masters of the Universe with you guys.
That's what we'll do.
I'll even buy some beer.
Okay, that's what we'll want. What if Ross will be into watching Masters of the Universe with it?
Come on, Ross. You told us it was your favorite movie, so.
Hey, Ross said we'll have some good things to say about the Masters of the Universe.
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee you.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Well, we definitely look forward to seeing you guys, and definitely look forward to having the record in our hands and listening to it and fucking jamming out. And we really appreciate you coming on and doing this with us. This has been fucking great, man.
Yeah, man, this is awesome. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Hey, what's up? This is Matt from EXHUMED, and you're listening to the FANTASM Podcast.
Awesome.
Fuck yeah, man.
Well, we'll see you. I'll see you in Atlanta, and then we'll both see you in Johnson City, and get Death's Revenge, everybody. It comes out Friday the 13th. It's fucking awesome, and dude, it's been a fucking honor.
Yes,
interview number 2. This was awesome.
It's a pleasure. I look forward to the next one, guys. Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
All right, cheers, guys.